Oh.
Like, how sweet is that?
Yeah.
Pretty cool, Mom Dukes.
His mom, for what, the last bunch of years at work, sends that to him on his birthday.
Yeah.
So we would have figured it out because we would have been like, why are there edible arrangements in here?
I don't want that every year, though. Do you want that every year?
She kind of switches it up. One year, she sent me, like, sushi. She sent me, all kind of stuff. It's like, what do you want? She always tries to, like, sneak little stuff in. Like, what do you want for lunch on your birthday?
Cool little gifts, though.
I can't trust sushi unless I order it right there and eat it within 5 minutes of it getting to me.
I'm not even kidding. She sent me, like, this sashimi that was on ice. That was last year, though. She kind of took a step down. She was like, you're 29 now. It's time to grow up and be a real man. Go to work.
Like, here's your chocolate-covered strawberries.
Take them to work.
I was like, we put leftover sushi in the fridge one day, and I opened the fridge the next day. I'm like, there's no way I'm eating this.
Oh, yeah. No, I can't do that.
No,
I got
leftover
I got
sushi.
food poisoning once.
Oh, you did?
Yes, and I was off sushi for about a decade.
No, I'm cool.
Do you think
in
Aaron
college.
Rodgers is on sushi?
Aaron Rodgers is on something.
Well, he is. That's for sure. And it doesn't sound how it looks. Ayahuasca.
Is how you say it?
Ayahuasca.
There you go.
I don't know. The pronunciation thing that I pulled up on my iPhone said ayahuasca. But
Robert maybe done it.
Looks like it should be right.
It's like a fancy person thing. You got to go to like these retreats in South America, and they put you in these
This is what
huts.
Megan Fox did.
There you go.
With
Machine Gun Kelly. Yep.
Machine Gun Kelly. Thank
Not-
you. I'm like Gunslinger Kelly.
Gun-
That's a different one. Sorry.
Aaron Gunslinger Rodgers. Well, he's not dating that weird chick, Shailene Woodley, anymore. He's dating a much less weird chick named Blue of Earth.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm you're being sarcastic on the much less
I'm guessing.
weird.
I don't know Blue of Earth. I've never met her before.
Well, I've checked her out on Instagram when the whole Aaron Rodgers tattoo came out over the summer because they have very similar tattoos. And
her and Blue? Me and Blue.
Yes.
Hmm.
And she's very odd.
Oh.
She's very different.
She's a podcaster.
Well, everybody called her a witch this summer. Like, not a witch with a B, like a real witch.
Like a bee witch.
Like, have your cauldron, do all that.
Oh,
yeah.
twinkle your nose and make you vanish.
Like witch.
Wow.
Yeah.
Can you imagine? What would that feel like if somebody made you vanish? Like, what would you feel? Where would you be? Like, in your
that's
head?
what I would. No, where would I be? That's what I want. Are you stuck between here and there? And everywhere.
I guess, man.
Yeah, she needs to stop.
Time continuum.
Cut it out.
Yeah, Blue of Earth, that's her. Here's what I read about her. She is a deep thinker podcast host.
I'll get it out. Me too. You ought to see the boom boom boom.
Hey,
we get
we're
in
going to
there.
have a Titan in the boom boom
Yes,
room
we are.
today.
And I'm going to make him do some deep thinking. Hey, B, got to do deep thinking, baby.
Aaron Brewer.
Yeah. Of Earth. If not, I'm going to mix my little pot up of something potion.
Mix your
and give it to
cauldron
him.
up.
That's right. Cauldron? Is that it is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cauldron. I'll mix my cauldron up. You got to drink it to get out.
What about a coven of witches? Does she have a coven? Like, does she have several witches that?
That's a gang.
Yeah.
I don't even know what that is.
Gang of witches.
Like witches.
Witch, please.
What is it? What does this chick look like?
Well, in one of the pictures, she has blue hair.
Well, yeah.
But it's not just blue hair. It's like standing straight up blue hair. in
But
this
that's her
one
name,
picture.
though, right? Blue Earth.
Yeah.
So she got to have blue Earth.
There are other pictures where she's very just simple, no makeup, normal hair,
I love
flowery skirt,
I love the no makeup look.
I'm a fan of it.
We've talked
Y'all
about
are
this.
so full of crap.
It's
No,
not full of
seriously.
crap.
No,
Why
seriously.
would we
I
lie
am.
about that?
I am.
Because there's no way that if you didn't know your wife, lady, whatever, there's no way that you would see without makeup and be like, oh, yeah.
No, I would.
That's definitely wrong.
You wrong on that one,
How
Babs.
well do you know us,
Yeah,
Babs?
come on, Babs.
I just don't. I'm not sure I believe
We look
it.
deeper than that, man.
Yeah.
We're deep thinker podcast hosts
That's right.
Yeah.
With cauldrons
and covens.
and cupboards. That's right.
All right. Well, good. I'm glad that y'all say that. That's great. That's very nice.
So while I was at it with this Aaron Rodgers thing, so he takes this drug or whatever, psychedelic drug, and the whole Megan Fox, Machine Gun Kelly thing, we addressed that situation because they said that when you take this stuff, you basically go to hell
Yeah, that's
and come back.
because it cleanses you completely.
Thoroughly
for one,
through within your soul, and you disappear and you come back.
Yes. And for two, you hallucinate.
And you vomit all over the place.
And among other things, yes.
And so Aaron Rodgers said when he opened his eyes, the first time he did this, when he opened his eyes, it was like he opened his eyes for the first time. And then he had his first MVP season. And he credits.
Oh, wait. So he did it prior to last season.
Prior
I thought
to
he
her.
did it this summer.
Yeah, I think he did it also this summer.
Okay. Well, I mean, shoot. Look at the season he had.
He had a great one.
Maybe it works. Maybe we should do it before the football season.
Think so?
No.
I'm not.
We should have a big listener event, just all three of us on a stage, and we do it. And there's like all these 3HO crew members out here cheering us on while we vomit all over each other. And
you should try
go
instead
to
of
hell
going
and back.
Zen. Instead of her going to her Zen meeting, she should just give ayahuasca a try.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
because I'm so good at not having
It'll
control.
last longer than a day, though. You'll just be puking and sweating everywhere.
Yeah. Puke and sweat. So I looked up Shailene Woodley again. Remember how weird she was? And I was like, I need some more bullet points on her.
Oh, yeah, she's weird.
So here are a few things about Shailene Woodley, who, by the way, spends time in Nashville because her and Reese Witherspoon, who we've been trying for years to get on the show, won't come on the show or acts like she doesn't see our messages.
Or act like she ain't listening to
girl.
the show. Yeah, come on, man. We know you riding with us.
I also know for a fact when we mention her, people are hitting her up going, hey, man, they're talking about you on 3HL because that's what happens.
I know. She just doesn't care.
Yeah, she doesn't care. Well, I went to high school with her brother.
Oh, you got an inside
That should help, right?
Yeah, it's supposed to.
I guess.
My grandparents lived like, I don't know, a street and a half over from where she grew up. I may or may not have, walked by the house a couple times.
Oh, yeah, you got to. Fool if you didn't.
So Shailene Woodley, a few things about her. Number one, she doesn't use shampoo.
European.
Like, she doesn't shower much. She doesn't use shampoo. Can you relate to that, Don?
No. Well,
No.
Some weeks, yeah.
Some weeks.
Depends.
She eats clay every day.
Red clay?
That
Yeah.
I can't relate to.
Just in little doses because people in Africa eat clay and they say that it extends their life. And
See, I heard about that, but I
Haven't done it.
My boat. Nope.
She does not use microwaves.
That's probably good.
That probably is good.
I mean, considering.
I mean, yeah. We all could live maybe an extra 10 years or so if we didn't use microwaves. I don't know.
I don't either.
I don't know yes or no on that.
Probably the same thing with cell phones.
But I'm still going to heat up things. So there you go. She goes to the mountains to get spring water.
I mean, I just had some.
Yeah, but you don't go to the mountains.
No, they brought it to me. Deer Park.
My buddy's at Deer Park.
Yeah, but some of my reps over there brought it. Thank you, guys.
What, did you send them a letter threatening them too?
No,
they just send you water?
They keep it out. They keep it going. Tap right into the mountain.
She fights off yeast infections by sunbathing nude.
See, here we go. Yeah. Here's what we get. I don't really know.
Why does that work?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Maybe it overcooks it.
She makes her own toothpaste.
Jeez.
She makes her own toothpaste.
Baking soda.
And then she uses, this is the one that we all clamored over. She uses tree bark to help with menstruation. I don't know how.
Yeah, I guess take a little nibbles of that.
So Aaron Rodgers ended it with her, and now he's with Blue of Earth. So there's no telling what that lady is.
Hey, Rob, boy, he out here living.
I wonder what dating site he's on to find all of these tree women. Where is he getting these hippy-dippy women at?
Danica Patrick at one point, and she's not like that
and
at
she
all.
might be double dipping. I don't know. She's inside that car all the time.
Danica Patrick introduced Aaron Rodgers to Shailene Woodley because Shailene and Danica were friends.
Oh, maybe Danica is more along those
She's
lines.
in the cover,
too.
know.
She might
Anyway,
be.
So let's see what Aaron Rodgers does this year after his Ayahuasca summer.
Ayahuasca.
What is it called?
Indonesia.
Ayahuasca.
Ayahuasca.
By the way, the Nolensville kids are trying to get to the 12U Nolensville kids are now Team Tennessee because they won the state tournament.
Let's go, little dogs.
They are playing in Warner Robins, Georgia in the Southeast Regional. You have to win this tournament to go to the Little League World Series in Williamsport, Pennsylvania. They are in the process of playing their first game right now against Team Alabama, and Tennessee leading 4-0.
Spank them up, y'all. Anytime you play a team from now, spank them up.
And Nolensville is wearing like the Vanderbilt pinstripe black and gold unis, and Team Alabama looks like Alabama.
See, that's what I'm saying. That's why, listen, that's why we taking it personal. Spank them up.
Spank these little boys up.
You better know it. And lock the door on them, little dogs.
What do we have today?
Ben Savagery, Ramon Foster is going to hop on next to talk about the NFLPA, its decisions, its responses, its actions to NFL decisions like the one in the Deshaun Watson case where the league decided to appeal discipline. We'll talk with him about that. The best football film evaluator out there, Greg Cosell from NFL Films, will join us at 4:20. Titans OG Aaron Brewer at 5:20. All of that coming up. 3HL 104.5 The Zone.
Blaine Bishop and Mickey Ryan.
Tannehill's going to have to really play, I'm going to say this, the best he's ever played in a Titan uniform.
Blaine and Mickey, tomorrow from 1 to 3.
I'm Ryan Kelly with thehomeloanexpert.com. High interest rate credit cards starting to build up? Is it time to make some home remodeling projects a reality? Well, our average client received over $54,000 with a simple cash-out refinance. What would you do with an extra $54,000? Let's get the process started today. Apply online at thehomeloanexpert.com.
Festivities kicking off tonight. Tonight down here on Broadway. One of the things that they'll be doing is a pit stop challenge, which involves teams with Scott Dixon and also Jimmy Johnson. They will be having this pit stop challenge down on Broadway between 1st and 2nd Streets beginning at 6 o'clock. The prize money for this is $10,000. So you know those guys will be competing hard. And you've seen it on TV when it comes to Indy cars, how quickly that they can change the tires and fuel these cars up very quick. You'll be able to see that up close and personal down here on Broadway tonight. Also, following that, it's Robbie Gordon Stadium Super Trucks. They will put on a great show. And actually, a lot of people told me last year, prior to the big-time races of the Music City Grand Prix over last weekend, it was the Super Trucks that really got their attention. Robbie Gordon, Greg Biffle, so many others will be a part of that. Now, if you want to buy tickets to any of the events, if you want to get a 3-day pass, you can do it very easily. Find out what package works best for you. Buy it, musiccitygp.com/tickets, musiccitygp.com/tickets. I'm Jonathan Schaefer, live on Broadway here in downtown Las Vegas.
Mom, Dad, you should shop Amazon for back to school and save some money. See, I'm currently obsessed with superheroes and need all the superhero stuff. Superhero lunchbox, superhero backpack. But next year, it'll be something else. Maybe dinosaurs? I don't know. I'm not a fortune teller. But I can tell you not to spend a fortune and shop low prices for school on Amazon. Okay, good chat. Amazon. Spend less, smile more.
Andy Ogles is a man who courageously stood for freedom and individual rights while others in office cowered in the corner of their offices. His strong stand for real common sense values and conservative beliefs make him the person we need in Congress. Sharon and I are proud to back our friend Andy Ogles, Congress.
Trace Adkins.
I'm proud to be supporting him. I've gotten to know Andy over the last few years. I believe that over the last 2 or 3 years or so, we've gotten way too comfortable with letting people tell us what we can and cannot do. And the thing that I like that I've heard Andy say lately is that courage is contagious. I love that. You know, we can fight a good fight, but we need people like Andy to stand up and show us, yeah, this is how you can do this. I'm not going to shut my county down.
Paid for by Volunteers for Freedom PAC, not authorized by any candidate or candidates committee. Volunteers for Freedom PAC is responsible for the content of this advertising. Volfreedom.org.
Yeah, you know what that is right there. You see the big red dog roaming? You know what it is. It's Red Dog Wine and Spirits, people, coming back at you. It's time. It's time to get all our spirits. Time to get everything we need for tailgates right there at 1031 Riverside Drive, Franklin, next to Publix off Highway 96. Man, listen, Red Dog Wine and Spirits has been a local Franklin favorite since 2000. One of the largest selections of wine, whiskeys, spirits, and craft beers. It's only one place that is. I'm going to bark again. The Red Dog. That's it. I ain't the dog, but the dog in there. Now, you going in there and you treat the dog in you. Each Thursday, Friday, Saturday, you can have a tasting. Yeah, the tasting bar is wide open for you. They want you to try before you buy the most popular brands and the newest products available. You can't miss them, man. That's why I go get all my bourbon at. So when I'm on the back patio, man, you better know that Red Dog got something to do with it. And I'm just out there having a good time. You ready for some football? Well, listen. Listen for the dog. Red Dog Wine and Spirits.
Don't you hate it when you have to choose between the high quality you want or the item that fits your budget? Well, when it comes to flooring, you don't have to. Because at Buy Floors Direct, you get the highest quality and can still stay in your budget. Our customers are always asking, how can you guys sell the same flooring others do for such a low price? It's not magic. We buy direct from the same manufacturers as the retail stores do. The difference is we buy it by the truckloads and sell it direct to the public out of our huge clean warehouses. There's no retail store markups, no middleman, and no sales commissions. Nobody sells top quality flooring for less than Buy Floors Direct. That's why pro contractors and home designers buy here, and you can too, at the same wholesale price. Come and see for yourself or go to buyfloorsdirect.com.
With your home value up again, you're sitting on a pile of money. Don't just let it sit there. Use it. Hey, it's Dawn Davenport from my friends at Loan Pronto, introducing Loan Pronto's equity line of credit program. You don't have to refinance, but you can access up to 97% of your home's value. Get cash now to pay off all your credit cards or do that home improvement project. Get your down payment for a new home or stash away for a safety net. You can get $50,000, even $100,000 or more out of your home, and the payments are crazy low. Think what you can do with $100,000 right now. Loan Pronto makes unlocking your equity easy, and they can probably even waive the appraisal. Don't just let all that home equity pile up. Turn your house into an ATM machine. Get the cash out you need. Call Loan Pronto now, 615-499-5780. That's loanpronto.com at 615-499-5780. 5780. Equal housing lender, NMLS 1661781, subject to lender approval.
Hey, it's Jason Martin for Provision Care's Proton Therapy. Proton Therapy is one of the world's most advanced cancer treatments, and that's because it has a lower risk of side effects due to the pinpoint accuracy of protons. Learn why physicians recommend and patients choose Proton Therapy at NashvilleProton.com.
5X480. Dayton B100 V-Belt, one of the many parts Grainger carries. It's also the item that helped Rob carry the day. The job was on hold, deadline fast approaching, but a quick search on Grainger.com and Rob found his part. And with same-day pickup at his local branch, he and his crew got the job done, safely and on time. Get supplies and solutions for every industry with real-time product availability. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Rates are on the rise, but with Rocket, you get an advantage. You can lock your rate for 90 days while you search for a home. If rates drop within 3 years of buying your home, you'll get exclusive savings from Rocket Mortgage to refinance to a new lower rate. We'll help you lock it and drop it so you can buy today. That's the Rocket Advantage. Call 8337-ROCKET or go to therocketadvantage.com.
Must lock purchase rate between 7/19/22 and 9/30/22. Call 1-8337-ROCKET for coverage fees, terms, and conditions. Equal housing lender license in all 50 states. NMLS ConsumerAccess.org number 3030.
3HL 1045, The Zone. Brent Norton, Don Davenport, Ron Slay. Did we ever do Don's intro?
Nope.
What's up with that? Something didn't feel right, Davenport.
That's right. Now it's right. All's right in the world.
In the radio world.
Ish.
Deshaun Watson gets 6 games. The NFLPA says in advance of that suspension, hey, we're not going to question it. We're not going to appeal it. We hope the NFL does the same thing. What did the NFL do? They appealed it. They want an indefinite suspension, which is what Roger Goodell suggested in the first place, and they want a hefty fine.
Right.
So how does all this work? So the NFL, so Deshaun Watson apparently will sue the NFL because that's the next move that you have to make, right?
Mm-hmm.
And what does the NFLPA do? And it's interesting to kind of monitor how all of this works with all these situations because the NFL seemingly is pretty flippant in the way that they administer penalties, at least in the past. Now they have this judge that will, preside over a case and come up with a penalty that they don't agree on again. So here we are.
I mean, it makes sense.
This guy was in the NFLPA for a long time.
Well, let me guess. Was he 6'6"?
He was 6'6". He says you're 6'7". He called in to tell Robert to tell us that you're 6'7".
Hey, the main thing is, as long as I'm an inch over him, listen, I could care less. I could be 5'9" as long as he's 5'8". That's the whole thing. You know what I mean? I'm taller and bigger than him. It's just, you know what I mean? It's just what it is. You know what I mean?
You shouldn't talk about short people like that, Ron. You shouldn't do that, man. Okay,
Speaking of
don't be
5'9",
that
I looked it up the other day. Do you know what the average height for a male in the United States is?
What?
5'9".
Is it?
Isn't that crazy?
Whoa, I did not see
got a
that.
rough out.
Y'all almost a foot taller than the average dude walking around.
Man, you know.
Yeah. A lot of women can't wear heels on dates.
Yeah. So game, Savage.
Did y'all ever date a woman taller than you?
No.
Nah, that wasn't my preference.
Even when you were like 12?
If I'm gonna be honest with you, even at the University of Tennessee is where I saw some of the tallest women in my life. I think I was like, man, you're really tall, because you don't see like 6'6" like women like that. Like, and those girls were some hoopers too, like Candace, Nikki, Anna, Vicky, like they were some ballers. And you be like, you know what? No, I'm gonna just stick to the football field because I don't need y'all embarrassing me, because they can legitimately block my shot. I don't know how you felt about that, Ron.
I dunked on him.
Look, you dunk on him?
No, in a heartbeat. Couldn't wait.
Yeah, all I wanted to do was just put him down in a little post and bang.
You want to go to the boom boom room?
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I was just taking to the boom boom room. That was it.
You wanted to put him.
Get my shot blocked.
You wanted to put him in the low post and bang. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
You bang him up.
Brent, when you gonna grow up?
Never.
Never.
How long you know me? I'll tell you this, man. The Lady Vols, dude, they are always ready to battle and compete. Like, we go in hyper at Tennessee and play basketball and all that stuff, and, you know, winter stays, all that jazz. They'd get out there, dude, they ain't leaving the floor.
No.
And you want to talk about banging you, and I'm only 6'1", so, like, for me, I was fresh meat, and I wasn't very good. And I was going three-point line to three-point line. They would drag me underneath, man.
Well, we're trying to set up. This is the first year of my recruiting class of 2004 is getting together. We're gonna try to all go back this year to the UT Florida game. And Arian Foster was in our group chat talking about he didn't respect, you know, women's basketball, WNBA, how it wasn't impressive. So guess what we did? We set up a match with him and Alexis Hornbuckle, and they're gonna have a one-on-one match this upcoming football season during the Florida weekend. So I'm announcing it right now. Arian versus Alexis Hornbuckle, and I got my money on Lex.
Oh, yeah.
Lex ain't no punk. Lex live in the gym, too. Tell you
And
that
she's
right
been
now.
talking trash to him.
Oh,
We put her in the group chat with us.
That's right up our alley.
We need that live broadcasted, please, on Zone TV. So make that
We're
happen.
going to try to. I promise you. Right now, it's Lexus versus Arian. It's the name of the group chat, and we have just been lighting it on fire.
That is great. Hey, Ramon, for people that don't know, kind of inform them of your involvement in the NFLPA throughout your NFL career. What'd you do?
I was a team rep for, I think, 7 years. And basically the role of a team rep is to make sure everything is above board as far as practice times, guys that need information about stuff, making sure that they sign their exclusive rights deal that they have with the NFLPA, and just anything. If a player's in trouble, they usually call me. If something's going on with the team, hey, man, we shouldn't be banging this hard. And OTAs, hey, can we have somebody come in and monitor the situation, because this is not the regular season. Or it's been guys that get in trouble, like you've seen Le'Veon get in trouble, you've seen Van get in trouble, you've seen AB. Like, a bunch of guys have had these situations, or suspensions, and that's where the PA is from. That's their role, is to protect the players. It is a union designed to protect the players, and that's what we do, whether it's monetarily, whether it's legal, whether it's something to deal with the NFL versus the player. And that's why I personally have always taken it. I've always taken it personal whenever guys don't support the NFLPA, because as of right now, the NFLPA is actually hashing out the money to protect Deshaun Watson against the NFL at this point in time. And you'll say, well, this guy's a scumbag. Well, you guys, that's the way a union works. No matter how egregious, no matter how big or small, they're going to protect their union member.
That's right. That's why it's interesting in how both sides are represented, because they're represented very publicly. But the stuff that's going on behind the scenes with the player reps. And as a player rep, you also have to keep everybody in the locker room educated on all of the things that's going on, right? And a lot of those guys don't care. And at that point, I think I would be frustrated. Like, hey, man, you should care.
It is. It's a very thankless job. That's exactly what it is. And they're very transparent with the players on everything that they do. With the Deflategate and everything that went on, the NFLPA spent over, if I'm not mistaken, over $1 million on Tom Brady defending him, trying to get a better outcome so that he didn't get a long suspension. With Deshaun Watson right now, his situation, the way it's looking, the NFLPA pretty much said, you try to suspend him for the year on something that he hasn't been legally found guilty of in the court of law, then we will sue the NFL for trying to give him an unjust suspension. And why you say it's an unjust suspension? Well, according to all other things they've done in this league, the neutral arbitrator, which the NFLPA and the NFL agreed upon, said he deserves 6 games. She also told the NFL, your method in which you suspend people, designate, who's in or who's out, is flawed also. So the NFL comes back because of public pressure, which is one of the reasons why a neutral arbitrator is now a part of the suspension process. It's because if you look back at the history of Goodell, he hasn't had any rhyme or reason on how he suspend guys or hand down penalties to teams. So now the 6 games come out. Here's Roger Goodell saying we're going to appeal it. Well, your history shows you don't have a fair system in which you suspend guys or hand down punishment. And that's where the NFLPA steps in and says, no, we agreed upon a natural arbitrator in order for us to figure out the best possibilities for our players, our union members. And this is what she said. You shouldn't have that right anymore. So now that Roger Goodell has reviewed it, listened to public perception, he wants at least a year. That doesn't justify what the neutral arbitrator meant or what she was meant for. So that's where D. Smith, who is, a lot of players don't like him. Publicly, a lot of people don't like him. But I'll say this about him. He is as sharp as a tack when it comes down to the legal side of things. And this is where, honestly, it could get real messy for the NFL, at least from a perception side.
So is perception brought into it anytime with the NFLPA, knowing that they are supposed to protect the player? Like, for instance, the NFL side of it, when you're talking about Goodell protecting the owners and stuff, they have to, in a sense, listen to not supposed to, but listen to the fans, and that may sway them in whatever thinking, even though it's an outside arbitrator brought in. Does the NFLPA ever look at that side of it and be like, man, I don't know if we can push this hard for our client, knowing that the backlash that we're going to get could be pretty bad?
Sure. Yeah. No, not really, because it's all the way it'll work is the way it works is they can't listen to that. The NFLPA's only agenda is to protect whoever they are representing. So because of that, they can't listen to it. The NFL is different. They can, by the way, the owners aren't a part of the union. So because of that, we don't have any dealings on how Roger Goodell or his team owners decide to hand down punishment to, Robert Kraft or Ross in Miami. You got to look at the way he was suspended. 6 games for an owner who's a billionaire on top of, he can probably just sit on his yacht outside of Miami Stadium and watch the game from right there and have a party. That wasn't a fair assessment of what both teams did. I think more than anything, what the owner with the Miami Dolphins did was attack the integrity of the game by trying to give a player ownership, by trying to give a player an executive role while playing, and tell him that he was going to be the starting quarterback, which was Tom Brady. I mean, I get it, but that right there attacks the integrity just as much as Calvin Ridley trying to bet on the game. I don't necessarily look at it as, the PA has to listen to the public perception. If they feel like the neutral arbitrator handed down the 6 games and it was just because that was the history in which the NFL had done things, then the NFL shouldn't feel like they need more than 6 games either. I don't agree with Deshaun Watson there. I think it's some scummy things that was going on, but that's the way they have ruled in the past. And I'll say this too. The way they selected Judge Robinson, I think is her name. Yeah. I'm sure the NFL looked at it and said, we have a female federal judge that works in our favor. And I know D. Smith looked at her and said, but she hasn't actually ruled on football issues, and she has, I don't think, ever had a case that involved this much sexual assault allegedly. So he knew he had an advantage there. And they got 6 games.
That's crazy.
So when that came out, the NFLPA, when the fact that the NFL has appealed it, the NFLPA then has 2 days to respond to that appeal. So is the response most likely a lawsuit? That's the next step, and then this will stretch out for a couple of months probably?
Yeah, it'll be a lawsuit by the NFLPA, and I'm sure there'll be a lot of other things that come uncovered around this situation too that we didn't even know before, because the longer this goes on, the messier it gets, the more information gets out, the more loose lips sink ships. I think I honestly thought it was better for the NFL to just leave it at 6 because they both agreed on this neutral arbitrator. This to me just says the NFL is trying to get ahead of things and just say, look what we did. She didn't do the right thing, but look at us be heroes right now. Again, Roger Goodell is paid millions of dollars each year to protect the shield, and that's what he's trying to do right now.
Interesting.
Ramon Foster, big savagery.
It is super complicated, but that's the reason we always tell guys, get involved with the union. Pay attention to it. If you notice everything right now, everybody outside of Cleveland, Ohio is rooting for the fact that Deshaun only got 6 games. And that's because the fans mostly side with the owner / the teams. Nobody ever looks at the players and say, hey, you guys are getting mistreated or anything else behind it. The Deshaun case is messy, but it's also a case that's right now civil. There's nothing criminal about it. So nobody's going to jail on this one. He settled, and he's in a position that the PA is going to defend him until they find some reasonable resolve to either leave it at 6 or not an entire year.
Right. That's why we need the arbitrator, the NFLPA, and the NFL all working together because of the gray area, right? There's no criminal complaint here. 2 grand juries looked at this and didn't do anything with it. But it does go against company policy because of conduct.
Yes.
So that's where it just feels like, Ramon, that we're going to end up with 12 games. And so, it feels like the arbitrator is going to hit 6, the NFL is going to hit indefinite, they're going to settle at 12, and here we go. Maybe I'm wrong. That's just what it feels like to me.
And that's what the defense is from the NFLPA. You can't give him a year for something that others have done very similarly, and you only gave them 6 games reduced to 4, or you stuck it at 6 games, or you did indefinitely and you only gave them 5. We were talking about it the other day as far as why we're at this point. The quarterback from Ohio State that got suspended. The one that sold his gear a few years back at Ohio State.
Was it Pryor?
Terrell Pryor.
Yeah, Pryor.
Mm-hmm.
Terrell Pryor. How could the NFL at the time suspend him for 5 games for something he never even did in the NFL? That's why we're here right now, is because the NFL doesn't know how to govern players and suspensions, because they're always worried about the backlash of what people will say, what networks will say, and losing money as far as TV networks and sponsorship. They honestly botched this years ago, and now here we are again, finding ourselves in a very similar situation.
Yeah. There's got to be a better way to come up with a more uniform conduct policy. I mean, and really,
but it's hard when you're not.
Maybe there's not.
When there's no criminal charges.
Yeah. Right.
It's hard.
Maybe there's not a good way to do
She
it.
said, he said, hearsay.
Or 24 said.
Right. Yeah.
But when you have an NFL team settle 30 lawsuits, I mean, gosh.
Yeah. So how are you supposed to govern that then?
Yeah.
You know, it's almost as if Houston got ahead of everything and said, leave us out of it.
It got out of it.
We're out.
They're all in the ballroom, and Houston Texans are standing by the door. They're like, okay, see y'all.
Yeah,
we're out.
We're gone.
See y'all.
That's an individual thing.
Yeah.
It is.
Y'all have fun.
There's a little smoke there, and she only reviewed 5 cases. Why only 5 cases too? So.
And then her findings were, I thought, pretty bad.
Yeah.
They were. But again, Babs, not criminal. This is workplace rules right here, and the workplaces, as of late, has only handed out about 6 to 8 games suspension.
Yeah.
Word.
Precedent.
All right, Ramon
It
Foster. 6'9", Ramon Foster.
Thank you, Brad. See, that's why that's why you're the mayor.
That's right.
I didn't think Slay heard me.
Oh, that's cool.
Your headphones on?
Yeah, there you go. They're good. Yeah, I got my ears clean today. I was at the doctor, y'all.
He did get his ears cleaned today.
Yeah, I can hear
Said
everything.
he can hear better.
I can hear everything.
All right. See you later. 6'5".
Like a-
6'5", Ramon Foster. See you.
Yes.
And there he's gone.
Yeah.
Just like that.
No, that was really fascinating, though, from the other
Great
side.
perspective.
Because even though Ramon personally
Doesn't
basically
agree with
thinks
it. And that's
Deshaun
my
Watson
thing.
is a scumbag, he's looking at it from NFLPA view.
Big picture.
That big picture of what the NFLPA is there to do, and that is strictly protect their players, whether they're scummy or not.
And see, that's exactly what I was trying to ask yesterday, and we got the answer to it today. But I also want to know, who does the push to play come from for Deshaun Watson to be out there game one if they're reviewing this?
See, that's the interesting thing about that conversation with Ramon. To Don's point, like I think it's fascinating to hear from a former player rep talk about the process. That way, we all have our opinions about what should happen and how many games he should miss and all of those things. But it is interesting, no matter what you think about what the outcome should be, to kind of understand where that part of it is coming from. So appreciate Big Savagery. Ramon Foster from J. Martin Ramon, 6 to 10 weekday mornings on 104.5 The Zone. Speaking of J. Martin Ramon, the executive producer and CEO and president of operations of J. Martin Ramon, Jonathan Schaefer, is in downtown Nashville in advance of the Big Machine Music City Grand Prix. They've got things starting up downtown. Schaefer, what's up, man?
Well, no doubt about that. But two things: one, also the mayor of the morning show, and two, if Ramon Foster 6'9", Ronald Sylvester Slay is 7'2". That I can guarantee.
That's right, Schaefer. Talk to the people; they listen.
Sometimes.
Well, this is what we got going on. We are live in front of Margaritaville, 4th and Broadway, and of course, as always, as it is all summer, every summer, downtown is completely hopping, and it will be hopping this weekend with the Music City Grand Prix. And really, the festivities start tonight. Brent, Ron, and Babs with the Pit Stop Challenge. That's going to be between 1st and 2nd Streets and Broadway. $10,000 going to the winning pit crew, and just some of the teams that'll be a part of that. 6 teams total. Scott Dixon's team, also Jimmy Johnson's team, will be a part of that. So if you've seen them in the pits and everything that they do there in the IndyCar Series on TV, you can see it live down here off of Broadway beginning at 6 o'clock. And then after that is really an exhibition that you can't miss. It was the Super Trucks last year that kind of stole the show to start the weekend for the first Music City Grand Prix last year. Second Grand Prix this year, Robbie Gordon Stadium Super Trucks will be putting on an exhibition. Greg Biffle will be there. Of course, Robbie Gordon will be there. And the Super Trucks are something to behold. And, of course, anybody that wants to check out any of the races this weekend, and the big one that's coming up on Sunday is Marcus Ericsson's going to try to defend his title. You can get your tickets. Any package that you need that works for you and your family, you can get them right now. MusicCityGP.com/tickets. That's MusicCityGP.com/tickets. And another thing I can guarantee, Ron Slay cannot fit into an Indy car. He is too damn tall. He can't do it.
He could totally fit in an Indy car.
No, he can't.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Well, guess what? The
His
Indy
left
car.
leg, maybe.
Nah.
Like Jason McCourty in his Titans
Hi,
opinion.
I'm Ryan
Well,
Kelly.
the-
If I could tell the younger version of myself
the
just
Indy
one
cars,
thing,
though, do have
a little
this
less partying
really
and
awesome
close
race
loans
tires,
faster.
so that might help.
The
at least
21-day
from the,
closing guarantee.
The fitting
only
and
available at
weight-wise standpoint, it's the first
thehomeloanexpert.com.
Firestone Firehawk race tire with a rubber sidewall made from the American-grown Waiuli plant. One way that Firestone is helping to sustain this wonderful, beautiful sport. For the Firestone brand and for Bridgestone Americas, obviously Nashville is home. And Sunday, you heard Shafe talking about it, August 7th, it's going to be one of the biggest shows that Music City Streets have ever seen. The Big Machine Music City Grand Prix. I already saw all of the stands up, and it's going to be a lot of fun. As a part of a larger tire family, Firestone is helping to support Bridgestone's E8 commitment to a more sustainable future for all of us on and off the racetrack. Firestone, it is the exclusive tire of the Big Machine Music City Grand Prix.
What's happening, people? Listen, we got to get this money. We got to go get this money. How you going to go get the money? Superbook Sports, that's what you do. You're going to download the app. You know what to do then? You're going to put everything, put all your information there, put your money in there, your bank account money, so we can get the money back to you. This is how it gets done at Superbook Sports. That's what I'm rocking with from Nashville to Knoxville, all around the country, man. You can't miss it. You know what's coming up? It's Thursday. Football is amongst us, people. Yep, indeed. You know, you got Jacksonville and Las Vegas going down tonight, man. Got a 2.5-point spread, man. You can dive on into that. Or, you know, get a little plus 120 on the money line. Hey, you choose. But you know what I'm going with? Over 8 wins for the Tennessee Vols. I already done jumped out there. Over under 8. I'm going over all day long. So you jump out there, you get with it. Get in the action right now with Superbook Sports. Visit superbook.com for terms and conditions. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-899-9789 or just inbox me. I'll help you work through it, hopefully. But you know my motto, book it.
I want to tell you about my friends at Brentwood Jewelry because here's the thing. You know what? Christmas is coming up. I'm dead serious. It's almost here. You need to get ready. Don't wait till the last minute. Go ahead and visit with my friends at Brentwood Jewelry. Maybe you need to give out Halloween presents or Thanksgiving presents. They can help you with that too. In all seriousness, birthdays, anniversaries, you know the drill. We all have things. Valentine's Day, Mother's Day, Father's Day. Father's Day, they've got watches just in case you get the one-off Father's Day present. That Slade's been looking for. You can shop at Brentwood Jewelry. Just go ahead and go in and introduce yourself to the Imamali family. You'll be friends for life, just like that. It'll be that quick. Brentwood Jewelry in the heart of Brentwood off Franklin Road, 7012 Church Street. If you haven't heard, Nashville's premier timepiece dealer is Brentwood Jewelry. Not only do they have the best selection of watches, but they are also the go-to spot for pre-owned Rolexes, both vintage and current models. You can own a pre-owned Rolex for a fraction of the cost. Every watch has been meticulously serviced to ensure the highest level of performance. Is presented with a 2-year warranty. Check them out. 7012 Church Street in the heart of Brentwood, just off Franklin Road. Exceptional style, exceptional deals every day for more than 50 years. Visit BrentwoodJewelry.com. Oh, there he is. Don Davenport's one and only love, Marky Mark. Do you love the Funky Bunch too?
Get out.
Marky Mark?
Just Marky Mark. That's it. Just Marky Mark.
I don't even know.
Forever crush.
Who was the Funky Bunch? Was that like his brothers? Was Donnie Wahlberg in that band? I just didn't know about it.
No, he was in New Kids on the Block.
Oh, yeah.
In the Funky Bunch.
Marky Mark, that was my guy. God, I loved him in that weird movie with Reese Witherspoon. Wasn't
Fear?
it Reese?
Was it Fear?
Yes.
He, low key, Marky Mark's in some really good movies.
Yep.
That dude can act, man.
Yeah,
Ted?
Yeah. No, Ted 1 and 2. That's my age.
I mean, I said that for the joke, but he was really good at Ted.
I really like
Ted 1 is hysterical.
And see, I'm a huge Entourage fan.
Me too. And when everybody said that Entourage jumped the shark, I was like, nah, I still love it.
Jumped the shark?
Yeah, meaning it's not good
Wasn't
anymore.
good anymore.
There's a
from the Brady Bunch.
No, Happy Days.
Oh, it was a Happy Day?
It was Happy Days when Fonzie was out there surfing with his leather jacket on, and he jumped a shark, and that was like the end of Happy Days.
The guy who coined that term was hit him with the hind on the Howard Stern show, I think.
Hit him with the
Really?
Yeah.
Yep. He had a whole website dedicated to it. He's like, when every show jumped the shark, you can look through it and see. I think TV Guide bought it.
That's really interesting. I didn't know that he coined that phrase.
That was him.
Hit him with interesting.
Good old
Heck
John
of a
Hine.
coin.
I don't know nothing about it.
Well, if you Google "jump the shark," that's what'll pop up.
Okay.
Arthur Fonzarelli.
Hey. Fonzarelli. Hey.
Oh man,
Really?
What about Brittany Griner getting 9 years?
Man, that's wild, man.
What was the max she could have gotten?
10. And Russian prosecutors wanted 9.5. She got 9. She got 9 for having residue, right? Like, is her fault. I mean, she did it.
Without question.
And, you might think that's a little harsh of a sentence, but we're talking about Russian prison.
Yeah.
You've been overseas. Like, you got to be careful, man.
Yeah, any prison, especially overseas prison.
As an American, you got to be careful because they're looking to get you.
You got the big eye on you, man. You got to understand when you walk in these people's country, man. As soon as you set foot on their soil, meaning as soon as you get off that plane and you get into the airport and get ready to go through customs, you're on their soil. And things don't apply that you think apply. So you need to be conscious of what. Yeah, you got to be conscious of what's going on. Like, it's.
Do you just think that she forgot that it was in her bag?
By no
something?
means, by no stretch. No, she took that over there, thinking that, man, I'm finna be over here for a minute. Let me go on and I done been over here plenty of times.
But
They
can't
don't
you
trip
get
when
all
I got
that stuff over there?
Yeah, and that's the thing. She was probably like, man,
it was her.
They ain't gonna trip
lucky bong.
if I, because I use it all the time while I'm over here. So she was probably thinking that, but you can't. No, they don't want nothing.
Listen, man,
Nothing
some of the
coming
most
over there.
serious people in the world are in customs. When you go through customs,
and they can be buttholes, and you can get some cool ones.
Hey, Iman Shumpert just got popped with like 6 ounces going through the airport yesterday.
Did he?
Yeah.
Yep. Let's see.
I missed that.
Yeah, Iman, that was just a little too much. We rolled through.
But I remember last time we went through there. You know me, like I'm cracking jokes. They ain't there for you.
No,
jokes,
they ain't no
They don't like
playtime.
it.
No, but listen, as soon as you jump off the plane, man, you see them walking through there with them big assault rifles and stuff like that. They letting you know, like, look, we ain't there for no games. And these dogs that we walking around with ain't either. If they out there walking around the dogs with for vegetables, come on, man. Like, what you think they're gonna do
can't
with
bring
drugs?
vegetables
Like,
either.
I wish you would try to
take some beets.
Bring some vegetables from Portugal. Boy, you be slammed down. They'll slam dunk you so fast on that pavement. They ain't playing that. I see them do a little old lady like that.
Did you work that word ass into there?
No, that's not what I said. No, I said that slam dunk you. Yeah. But no, they did a little
like
old lady
over
like
some
that, man.
Eggplant or something.
Man, she tried to act like she ain't know she had some vegetables in there. Man, you got oranges and everything in that little lady. Dunked her. Boom! Oh, hey, don't do it like that. Man, they ain't hear none of that. They ain't hear none of that dog going crazy.
Yeah, when you see that, you stay the hell out of it, too.
Hey, man, no, y'all got it. Hey.
That little lady's
my
on her
grandma.
own. That little old lady's on her own, man.
And she knew she wasn't supposed to have all that fruit. Going to another country.
She probably got 9 years. Where's Biden negotiating her freedom?
Nah,
little old lady in Venezuela or whatever the hell you said.
I don't know.
Portugal.
You can't play like that, though. Yeah,
with the monkeys.
Nah, that was Costa Rica.
Oh, yeah.
Been quite a few places, y'all.
So what if you tried to bring a Costa Rican monkey back in your backpack?
Nah, the Costa Rican monkey wouldn't let you get out of there. They didn't even want to let me leave. The monkeys. Told you the big one was coming. Yeah, the big one, no.
So the big one is like laying back in the cut, and then all the other monkeys are rolling around by the street.
Until they call them. When they call them.
So they also, you and Big John Henderson, right?
Yeah, Big John was the one playing around. I wasn't playing around.
In Portugal on this like.
No, it was in Costa Rica.
Costa
I don't know why you keep trying to put me back in Portugal. I had a great time over there. What up, Lisbon?
What up? Shout out Lisbon.
Yeah, shout out Lisbon. Benfica.
Good club scene in Lisbon.
Oh, well, it is. Popping. That and the Hard Rock.
You and Big John on like some random road in Costa Rica.
Yep. On our way back from the town.
I'm picturing like this mud road with like holes and
We're
stuff
in the jungle.
it.
Yeah.
And you have to like.
Yep.
You can't go fast because
Nope.
you can't because you got to miss the holes. And then all the monkeys appear. Or you just hear them?
No, the dude that was driving us said, "Hey man, y'all, you see that monkey up ahead?" And Big Joe was like, "Yeah, what the monkey gonna do?" And the driver was like, "Hey, you don't really want to play with these monkeys." So he pulled up there, he stopped the monkey on the power line right there, and Big Joe up there playing with the monkey, making a little noise and stuff. And then all you hear, 3 more monkeys come, and then you heard them. That was the big one. And we said, go. Well, I only want to stay to see him. And we took on off in the little Jeep.
So basically,
this is the jungle now. This ain't just in Costa Rica downtown. The city. We done took the ferry and then went to the jungle. Like that's where the homes were.
So you were in the jungle and then you went further into the jungle.
Yeah, because we had to go to the city to get, the little town to get like some.
Yeah,
loose
definition of a city.
Yeah.
Is this one of these places where they only have power during the day?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's cool though. Wasn't that Cameron Diaz had a home down there?
Cameron Diaz.
There's quite a few movie stars that had little homes on that island.
So you don't have power at night?
Yeah, unless you stay like near the resort. The home we were staying at was near the resort, so yeah, power.
I had a friend that was in
Is
the
it kind
Peace
of like
Corps.
rolling blackouts, basically?
I don't know what they got going on, Babs. It wasn't for me to try to figure out. It was just like by the time to get dark, we need to go and be where we need to be at.
I had a friend that was in the Peace Corps. She went to Ghana, and it was like that. They only had power during the day.
But it was beautiful during the day. And they had schools. Like, school was in, matter of fact. Like, kids was walking from school. It was weird. But it was every bit of the jungle.
Yeah.
Did you ever feel unsafe outside the whole monkey thing with Big John playing with the monkey?
Yeah, when we was on the what's the
four-wheelers?
The four-wheelers, yeah, because Chris get out of control when driving all fast and stuff. And then they left me, you know what I mean? I'm telling them, they think I'm trying to slow them down. I'm telling them my tire flat. Everybody think I'm just trying to slow everybody down.
Oh, you're driving your own four-wheeler.
Yeah, everybody got their own.
I thought you were on the back. Like Chris was driving, you were on the back.
I wouldn't dare ride with her. She go daredevil. I ain't got time.
So you were lagging behind. They were having to wait for you?
Yeah, but I'm telling them slow down because I got a flat. They think I'm saying slow down to slow all of them down.
Because they're going too fast.
Yeah, and then the thing is, if you wreck it, you got to pay for it. There ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about it.
And then the monkeys will get you.
And you think I want to be right there with this flat tire with the monkey and the guy that rolled on off? Nope. Y'all need to wait.
He's the one guy in the group that knows what to do.
Come on now. Yeah. So, yep. So they ended up getting me out of there.
You need to chronicle these little stories into a book.
Yeah.
The Book of Slay.
Yeah. The Book of Slay.
Yeah.
Sleigh ride.
That's it. All right. Is Jonathan Schaefer still partying downtown? Do we need to check in with Schaefer again? Schaefer, what's up, buddy?
What is up is that downtown Nashville is the only thing that is wilder than Ron Slay's Costa Rican monkey story.
Yeah, did they have woo girls in Costa Rica?
I mean, if you consider the monkeys wooing. I mean,
basically the same thing.
Yeah, I'm just telling you.
So
Shake know about it.
that the Costa Rican monkeys are just woo girls. That's basically what they are, right?
Yeah, this is true. Yeah. You're right.
Well, speaking of wild times, they are wild times down here. We are at 4th and Broadway in front of Margaritaville. Music City Grand Prix is this weekend. Now, coming up here at 5 o'clock for everybody that's down here checking things out.
How many days did it take you to get Mr. Jones into his house? That's fast, but that's not fast enough. Keith, come on over here. Cindy needs to buy a new house. How many days can you close it?
14.
That's what I'm talking about right there. Get pre-approved for your next home loan today at thehomeloanexpert.com.
6 and 7 and 8 and 9. So, Ron, you don't qualify for this one either, unfortunately. But Tony Kanaan, an Indy 500 winner, he's one of the coolest dudes on the IndyCar circuit. He will be calling the action. There'll also be show car displays set up between 2nd and 3rd Streets, going to feature vehicles from the various races that'll be this weekend here in downtown Nashville for the Music City Grand Prix. And look, don't forget to come down, whether it's today, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. You can get tickets for all those races, all those events this weekend. Prices start as low as $39, plus you can go up to $219. And the more you spend, the more access you get, the better seat you have as well. So to get ticket information, musiccitygp.com/tickets, musiccitygp.com/tickets.
One of the great sporting events in the state of Tennessee is coming up next week in Memphis, the 2022 FedEx St. Jude Championship. And last year's winner was Tony Finau. Hey now, Tony Finau, y'all. And Cameron Smith was the runner-up. So looking forward to seeing who plays well next week. For the first time in event history, the 2022 FedEx St. Jude Championship will be the first event of the PGA Tour's FedEx Cup playoffs. And those dudes all want to win that thing because there's lots of money tied to that. I remember when Sneds brought it home to Nashville back in the day. That's coming up next week. The PGA Tour's best will begin their quest for golf's ultimate prize, the FedEx Cup, in Memphis next week at TPC Southwind. Make sure you visit tpc.com and go down and check it out. If you haven't been to a PGA Tour event, it is a ton of fun. Again, the website, tpc.com, you can get tickets there. The FedEx St. Jude Championship coming up next week in Memphis.
It is 4:05. Good afternoon from the Superbook.com Sports Desk. I'm Robert Walsh. The Titans were back on the practice field today, but we're missing a few familiar faces as Elijah Molden, Bud Dupree, Jeffrey Simmons, Taylor Lewan, and Danico Autry all were not present for team practice today. Elijah Molden missing his fourth practice in as many days. And football is back for the first time in the 2022 season. The Raiders and the Jags will play in the Hall of Fame game, but arresting multiple starters such as Trevor Lawrence and Travis Etienne. Kickoff is at 7 p.m. from Canton. For all your foundation repair and waterproofing needs, visit USSTN.com. Breaking news at 1:10. Your home for the Titans and the Vols. This is 104.5 The Zone.
HL 104.5 The Zone. Hope you're having a great Thursday. NFL preseason football begins tonight. Yeah! Raiders and Jaguars. Don Davenport, you all in on watching tonight's football game?
I mean, I am because it's football, but not really.
Not long?
Not really, though. I mean, what are you going to see?
The kickoff, then it's a wrap. I mean, after the first quarter for me, it might be.
I mean, it's preseason
back
football.
porch.
I want to see Trayvon Walker for the Jags. Number 1 overall pick, linebacker. Sam linebacker, to be exact.
He going to play?
Why wouldn't he?
There's no one pick.
Because nobody plays?
I want to see rookies, don't you?
Yeah, no, I want to see people fighting for jobs.
Okay, well,
I want to see the
How about
number one
Matthew
picks.
Butler on the Raiders side?
That's my let's go Falls, baby. Now I want to see that he, you know what I mean, he going to go get it, you know. So that's a little different to me. But you got to know now.
I mean, Trevor Lawrence isn't playing.
Without
Nobody
question.
plays.
Without question. ETN not playing. Got chills. I got chills.
Cold in here.
No, Babsy, cut it out.
Wait,
Yeah,
it's
ETN's not
4:06. You've been in here an hour and 6 minutes. You just now got cold?
Frozen
Yeah.
shoulder.
Yeah, my shoulder's freezing back up.
Okay, you will get to see C.J. Beathard, who's from Nashville, played at BGA.
All right, we want that.
I think he has a groin injury, and he's not going to
Damn it, Robert.
Actually, no, you will not.
Damn it, Robert.
He should have went to the doctor with me.
Listen, Robert's like Debbie Downer.
Wah, wah, wah.
Did you know that 18 million cats die from feline hernia? Wah, wah.
So,
is that a thing, feline hernia?
So
Look it up.
because you're not
have
going to
tears
see a
in their
lot of
muscle
those
walls?
Right.
players.
Yeah,
that's what
I'm going to
How about
watch,
this?
but I don't care as much.
How about this?
What?
Jarrett Stidham, Raiders quarterback.
Okay.
War Damn Eagle, Auburn.
Yes, I
Done.
like it. I'll go with it.
Nick Mullins, Mississippi State.
Yep.
Quarterback.
Yep. Running back Zamir White from Georgia for the
Zeus.
Raiders. Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. Hey, now, man, I love his story. You talking about people, I need to get him in the boom boom room. He got a great story. I like that. He's the one that had the nasal surgery when he was a baby.
Oh, is that right?
I think so. And with his
know
lip,
that.
I think it's something. It's lip
Oh.
or his nose. Something
With
like
the
that.
cleft lip?
Yep. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. I would love to hear.
I'm looking for more people that I want to see. I typically want to see rookies.
You know what?
And like back of the roster guys like you were
Yeah,
talking about.
that's exactly what. Plus, listen. I think you can get some, not a lot, but you can get some sense of what you expect. Well, I ain't gonna say that. It's too early.
Snoop
but I
Connor?
do think Jackson. Oh, Snoop
Yeah.
be out there running back.
If James Robinson and Travis Etienne ain't gonna play.
It's not. I'm fine with Snoop. Snoop shifty. He is. He's Snoopy.
I really thought that you were saying something.
Somebody said you really betting on preseason. No, I'm.
That
I
was
want
going to
to
be my question. Are you going to bet on the preseason?
I want to. The odds ain't enough to make me jump out there.
No, I need to.
And if I
Really?
was, I would bet it with Jacksonville.
I need to fill
I
up my account
guarantee
again.
you're betting preseason.
It's 2.5.
Right
You're
before
totally
kickoff,
gonna
Slade's going
bet
to
it.
text
Yes.
us and be like,
There's
I'm in on
no
Jacksonville.
way that you're not betting preseason.
I have found that you can actually make some good money in preseason games.
Yeah, preseason. This
You
ain't
just
even
have to
really
study
preseason.
the roster, like who's playing, who has
Right.
the better rookies, who has the better backups, what kind of position battles are there. Because, like, if there's a running back position battle, you're going to get the best. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Raiders by 2.5.
Yep.
You're going to do it.
1-800-899-9789.
If you have a gambling problem, hop in.
I'm not betting. I will not bet on preseason game.
What's the overall feeling, though, on preseason games? Because, I mean, if you're a fan of a team, you're watching because that's your answer to depth and new guys, and you want to learn about your team, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if it's your team and you're a diehard fan, you're watching, no doubt.
Me.
But otherwise,
yeah. What I'm looking for, so what I'm trying to do, and I'm gonna use this as a tool. I'm trying to watch the game in a new way. You know what I'm saying? View it in a new way. Like when talking to Coach Mack, like
so you don't necessarily care about who's playing, but you're gonna watch in a different way.
Yeah, and you know I'll keep mental notes, but I ain't gonna write it down.
Watch the trenches.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah,
and then
how you can. I mean, sometimes it's hard with game film.
Right.
That's not game film. You know, it's TV cameras, so you don't
correct.
You don't get the all 22.
There you go.
Get, you know.
Right. But you know what? One thing that made me jealous, Babs, and I got a little announcement. A confessional. This is a confessional announcement.
Dun, 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 dun.
Yep.
Robert's on the phone.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Sorry.
So I have a confessional announcement.
I am.
Okay. I am.
There you
Thank
go.
you,
There,
Robert.
there,
Thank you. All right, this is my announcement. Listen
Hey,
to me,
man,
people.
if they did that to the king back in the day,
That'd
somebody'd be beheaded.
Yeah,
that's
but playing
true.
around.
I just went and watched Hamilton last night.
Oh, they
Would have
get
been done.
See, they would have did it.
Yep.
But this is my thing.
It was so good, by the way.
I was jealous of you, Babsy. You know that?
Why?
Because you used to be able to have, not used to, you still do, but the conversations you had with Coach Mack, it was real football conversations. I said last year, next year, I'm going to learn how to have them conversations. So now I know what I know.
The lingo?
I know the lingo. You know what I'm saying? So I can have the lingo. So now I want to watch from a different view. So I can have a different type of conversation outside of my fan conversation that I'm going to have and ask questions. I want to ask football questions too. You know what I'm saying?
I get it.
Trying to broaden my horizons,
There you
Babsy.
go. You want to ask ball questions.
There you go.
Yeah.
Pull the whiteboard out for me when I come through.
Yes.
The whiteboard party. Cousin Andrew, is it bad that you got that number memorized? Like,
it could be.
Luke said, "You best believe I'm betting lots of money on the preseason on the Panthers.
Oh,
Baker,
wow.
Darnold, PJ Walker, Matt Corral, all at quarterback, battling it out.
I mean, that's going to be fun.
I think Matt Corral looked pretty good from the little stuff that I've been seeing from him.
He's the first guy at camp every day.
I see.
There's a picture on social media every day of Matt Corral walking out there by himself.
He's embracing that competition. You heard what he said about Ole Miss. So I mean, he's on the other side of that now, trying to.
He said he took
get
the
the
easy way
competition.
out by going to Ole Miss.
He ain't taking no easy way out in the NFL.
I don't
That's
really
for
know
sure.
how to take that.
Davenport just rolled her eyes.
Yeah.
I know how to take it, Babs. Ain't nobody else get there. Who else? Who we gonna compete? Who we competing with?
What did you just say?
Who is he competing with at Ole Miss?
That's what happens in the boom boom room.
That's right. The door get locked, baby. We just roll on through.
Yeah, Jags and Raiders. Here's what's going to happen. Slay's going to text all of us, and now Robert will be included on this text. He'll be like, "Hey, y'all, I'm going Raiders minus 2.5 and under 30.5." It's the Slay.
Hey, I'm cool.
Parlay.
100%
I haven't
that's
lived in a
happening.
state where you could bet, so I'm ready
Parlay.
to jump in head
Oh,
first.
welcome.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Welcome to it.
We have a party down here, Robert.
I always mess myself up
For
when I
your
go
birthday.
to Florida.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Because I forget to place my bets, and I get down there.
Yeah.
That'd be
I
the
can't do it.
And then there's nothing you can do. Yeah.
I hate that during March Madness.
That happens because I travel every single Saturday. So.
Oh, yeah, that ain't nothing, Babs.
Nope.
All right, Greg Cosell coming up. Hall of Fame game is tonight. He watches all kinds of tape. But does he watch preseason games? And what can he take from preseason games? Also, Steelers wide receiver Deontay Johnson gets a new 2-year extension. What does he do well? Titans tight ends Austin Hooper and Chig Okonkwo. Slay wanted to ask about that. Also, who's the better quarterback? Luke just talked about Sam Darnold or Baker Mayfield. How does Kyle Phillips compare with Kadarius Toney? Some of the questions that we will try to get through with Greg Cosell. Coming up next, the best in the business. Stay tuned, 3HL 104.5 The Zone. Let's go back downtown where Jonathan Schaefer has corralled a bunch of blue girls.
Oh, yeah. Here we go. We got some Costa Rican monkeys.
Whoever that person is betting on the Carolina Panthers, I've got a better bet for them. Spend money on tickets to the Music City Grand Prix this weekend, whether it's Sunday or Saturday and Sunday, or Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
How many days did it take you to get Mr. Jones into his house? That's fast, but that's not fast enough. Keith, come on over here. Cindy needs to buy a new house. How many days can you close it? 14. That's what I'm talking about right there. Get pre-approved for your next home loan today at thehomeloanexpert.com.
In the $10,000 pit stop challenge that's going to take place here between 1st and 2nd and Broadway today. It is going to be outstanding, be a lot of fun as well. You see on TV how quickly they're able to change the tires, fill up the vehicles with fuel, and get them back out on the track. You can see that in person with your own two eyes down here on Broadway. And look, doesn't matter if it's a Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday. It is always hopping down here downtown on Broadway. And what's going to be following up that pit stop challenge, you'll be able to see an exhibition of Robbie Gordon's Stadium super trucks. Now, really, it was one of the events last year that really caught people's attention. That'll be coming up tomorrow, an exhibition of it. You can get a taste of that following the pit stop challenge here. That's between 1st and 2nd and Broadway here in downtown Nashville. If you want tickets to any of the events going on, of course, there's a Tim McGraw show, an Opry show, so much surrounding Music City Grand Prix this weekend. Find out more information. Get your tickets now. MusicCityGP.com/tickets. That's MusicCityGP.com/tickets.
Credit cards and other loans consolidate everything into one super low payment. People who do this usually cut $800 or more from their monthly budget. And even if your home mortgage rate goes up a point or so, it's offset by your credit card rate going to zero. Call Loan Pronto now, unlock that equity, and wipe out bad debt. Do it now. You could even skip your next 2 house payments altogether. 615-499-5780. LoanPronto.com. 615-499-5780. Equal housing lender, NMLS 1661781, subject to lender approval.
Dan Watkins from All Four Seasons Garage Doors. Why don't you tell everyone the most important things about your business right now?
First and foremost, we've been servicing and replacing garage doors for over 24 years. We are family owned and operated. Our volume allows us to receive our doors in less than half the time of our competitors. That volume also allows us to provide customers with the best possible prices. All these factors have helped us to provide Nashville with the best customer service in the door business.
Give them a call at 615-274-8419 or visit allfourseasonsgarages.com.
Get a guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate and sell your home hassle-free. Hi, this is Mark Spain, and our offers are the strongest in the industry, so you can sell your home stress-free and make the most money. When you get a guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate, there are no showings, no open houses, and no stress. Our guaranteed offer keeps you in control. Find out what your guaranteed offer would be. There's no obligation. Call 855-299-SOLD or go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today and start packing.
Certain restrictions apply.
Andy Ogles is a man who courageously stood for freedom and individual rights while others in office cowered in the corner of their offices. His strong stand for real common sense values and conservative beliefs make him the person we need in Congress. Sharon and I are proud to back our friend Andy Ogles, Congress.
Trace Adkins.
I'm proud to be supporting him. I've gotten to know Andy over the last few years. I believe that over the last 2 or 3 years or so, we've gotten way too comfortable with letting people tell us what we can and cannot do. And the thing that I like that I've heard Andy say lately is that courage is contagious. I love that. You know, we can fight a good fight, but we need people like Andy to stand up and show us, yeah, this is how you can do this. I'm not going to shut my county down.
Paid for by Volunteers for Freedom PAC, not authorized by any candidate or candidates committee. Volunteers for Freedom PAC is responsible for the content of this advertising. volfreedom.org.
What's up, people? Ron Slay here, man, and I got a list of things that I can talk about right now. When we're talking about Ryan Kelly and the HomeLoanExpert.com, that's refis, cash out refis, home loans. We got purchases, whatever it may be. We can always talk that. But sometimes I just want to talk to Ryan and figure out who he is. Ryan, what else do you do besides get people money?
True that. Everybody knows in Nashville area, if you're looking to refinance or buy a home and you're looking for that lower rate and you're looking for the fast turn times, you give me a call. There's no doubt about that. I got you. When I'm not working with my clients, I'm with my family pretty much all the time. You know, I blended my work and family pretty close. So when we're not doing mortgages, barbecuing, having the friends and family over. We love to go to sporting events. You know, that's one of the top things that we do is go catch a game. And then, of course, giving back. I love to climb mountains. KeepClimbingFoundation.org is where you can learn about all of our climbs. And, heck, you can come join us. I'm a normal dude, but I'm really good at mortgages. Got some questions? Visit thehomeloanexpert.com. The Home Loan Expert, LLC.
Want a new way to sell your home for the highest price? Check out highestprice.com. This traffic report is brought to you by New Brakes Mobile Brake Repair Service. NUBrakes.com.
New Brakes Mobile Brake Repair. They will send a certified technician wherever you are to fix your brakes. All premium brake parts and more affordable than repair shops and dealerships. All zone listeners get a 10% discount. Schedule your service at newbrakes.com. That's NUBrakes.com.
From the Mark Spain Real Estate Traffic Center.
40 West at 24th Eastern split a crash. Lebanon Pike at Andrews Jackson, a wreck there. And White Bridge Pike south of Charlotte got an accident around that area. 65 northbound, the crowd is picking up as you head towards Goodlettsville and Vietnam Vet. That's traffic on your home for the Titans and the Vols. 104.5 The Zone.
Oh, yeah. I get around. Still clown when the underground.
3HL 104.5 The Zone with Don Davenport and Ron Slay. I'm merely Brent Doherty. Greg Cosell, best film evaluator in the business, joins us now. Greg, what's up? How are you?
Brent, what's happening?
I, for one, am such a football addict that I'm excited about preseason football starting up tonight. I'm curious, with all the film that you watch, is there any value to you in terms of watching preseason games?
You know, what I've evolved into mostly when it comes to the NFL over time is I find myself far more fascinated and interested in schemes and tactics. You know, obviously I take note of players, and there's players I have to take note of, but preseason doesn't hold a whole lot of allure for me because I know that you're not seeing true matchups of a team versus another team. So, you know, I kind of watch it. And I hate to say this in many ways because I have to, but I'm not fascinated by it. No.
You're not seeing schemed up things necessarily.
No.
Right.
No.
Is there something that you can like? Because I just aesthetically, as a football fan, I like to watch the rookies, and then as Slay said earlier, if there are position battles, I kind of like to focus in on that. But outside of that, just from a fan standpoint, I guess there's not, unless you're betting on games like Slay.
I've never bet on a sporting event in my life, so I don't do that.
Yeah, you got too much inside information, Greg.
Actually, I don't. I just watch tape. But betting never held any interest for me. So I've never been on a sporting event in my life.
What about poker? You play, but you seem like you'd be a good poker guy.
No.
Man, Greg, you
So what do you do outside of watching film?
Watch boxing.
Well, in the off season, I read a ton of books. I probably read about 40, 45 books every off season.
God. I wish
I'm trying
What's
to think
your
if
favorite recently?
Oh God! Recently, I mean, I love reading novels. I love reading detective stories. I love reading police procedurals. Private eye books. There's authors that I love that when they have a new book, I make sure I get. I mean, I'm a big fan of John Connolly, who has a character named Charlie Parker. Michael Connolly has a character named Harry Bosch, and now he has another character named Sarah Ballard, I think her name is, and they now have books together. I try to discover new authors every off season that I've not read before, or that come out with books that are their first novel. So Lee Child, who's got the Jack Reacher character, he's had about 25 books. I've read every one in order. So I just like to read.
Love it.
He ain't playing around with it.
No, he's not.
Deontay Johnson likes to read his new contract. Steelers wide receiver gets a new 2-year extension. Greg, what does he do well?
I think he's pretty complete. He's not a big guy, but he's explosive. He works at all three levels of the defense: short, intermediate, vertical. I know he had a ton of targets last year, but I almost feel like that he can do more when they get a more complete passing game. The Steelers did not have much of an intermediate passing game a year ago. We'll see what they have this year. But I think that Deontay Johnson, the prior year, he dropped a lot of balls. Last year, he did not drop anywhere near as many. He kind of cleaned that up. But he's explosive. He's very good run after catch. You like to get him the ball on the move, whether it's jet sweeps, whether it's the screen game, whether it's crossers, shallow crossers, intermediate crossers. You like to get him the ball on the move because he's so explosive. You don't want him to have to stop. So I think he's a really good receiver.
Greg, I'm looking at guys that are shifty, a little quick, because I'm watching Kyle Phillips out there get busy.
Well, he's that guy.
Yeah, man, and I'm trying to look and see if it's somebody that I could compare to him. And I came across Kadarius Toney from last year, who's in the league now, and watching him how shifty he is, and like not necessarily got to have breakaway speed, but man, in a 10-yard gap, man. It's a lot of moves that can take place. A lot of people make them miss. Is he somebody you would compare maybe to a Kyle Phillips?
I don't think Phillips is exactly like Toney.
Okay.
I actually thought to believe it or not, and this is going to sound crazy to people listening, and I want people to understand that I'm not talking about comparing him to this player and the year the player had last year. But when I watched Phillips' tape, I thought of a smaller Cooper Kupp.
Mm-hmm.
When Cooper Kupp came out of Eastern Washington, Cooper Kupp, obviously in his first year in the league, I think he caught maybe 45, 47 passes.
Yeah.
And obviously Cooper Kupp is with one of the most beautifully schemed pass games in the league. Because when you watch the Rams, there's not a lot of one-on-ones. A Kupp can win one-on-one, but that's not the way they play. And I think Phillips, to me, he had the look and feel of a very refined slot receiver when I projected and transitioned him into the league. He's very polished. He's very nuanced. As a route runner, he understood how to set up corners.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't have great time speed, so you don't think of him as a vertical dimension. But I think he can win over the top at times based on his route running detail. And he does have that short area burst. I really liked his tape. I don't know how he's doing in camp, but I think he's the kind of guy that could step right in and play in the slot for you.
It's hard to tell how he's doing in camp, but I'll tell you this, like these guys have been out there and you see these little video clips that all the reporters put out. That dude has quick feet, man. And if you don't jam him, he's by you.
Yeah, and he's got a great feel for using body fakes, head feints. He creates space for himself, and
He
ultimately
has to because he's small.
Yeah, and that's what you're trying to do. You're trying to create space. I mean, that's what they talk about. The word that's always used, and it's true, is separation. You're trying to separate. Now, obviously, separation is used more versus man coverage, but versus zone, you're trying to defeat the leverage of his own defender, because his own defender doesn't necessarily match up to you the same way a man defender does. But I liked Phillips' tape a lot. I got to him late in the process, so I probably saw him with maybe 2 weeks before the draft, and I really liked what I saw.
Yeah, now I was trying to get away because you not only have you said it, but Coach Mack said it. Like everybody's eye that I trust when watching film says he's like a prototypical Cooper Kupp, and I wanted to stay away from that. Reason being because as soon as I think Cooper Kupp, like. I mean, we're microwave society. I'm automatically going back to last year what he did.
Of course, and then people say, "Well, you're an idiot. He's not super tough. He's not going to catch 145 balls."
Right.
Well, that's not the point.
Yeah.
It's like what I did with Romeo Doubs, who apparently is having a great camp with the Packers, and I really like Doubs' tape coming out of Nevada, and I made the comparison that I thought he was similar to Davante Adams when Adams came out of Fresno State. Obviously Adams is now arguably the best receiver in the league, so I wasn't suggesting Doubs was Davante Adams now, but people might forget that it took 2 or 3 years for Davante Adams to become Davante Adams. He only caught maybe 45 balls his rookie year. So, same with Phillips. He's not Cooper Kupp with what Cooper Kupp is now, but I think that he can fill the same kind of role.
Right.
That's how I see Phillips.
So him being able to thrive if he was able to get the playbook and everything with a guy like Robert Woods. I wonder if Robert Woods sees him in that mode as well.
I bet he does. That'd be a fascinating thing to ask Robert Woods.
Yeah.
Because I think ultimately that Woods and Kupp are obviously very close. We saw that last year when they were hugging, and I think they were crying together. They're obviously very, very close. Both guys are absolute workers. They understand how to do it the right way. My guess is Kyle Phillips would fit into that category.
Yeah. Now we got the tight ends that we got here. When we talking about security blankets and people that can just give you just confidence, when you can't get to those guys out there on the edge. Austin Hooper and Chig, you got these two guys very different in what they do, Greg, on tape. Well, okay, break them down for me.
Well, it's going to be really interesting. Before I break down those guys, I'm going to be interested to see what they do offensively.
Okay.
Because I went through all of Tannehill's third down dropbacks. We can discuss that, maybe next week. But the thing that really stood out watching all the third down dropbacks was how often the Titans kept the tight end and the back into pass protect as primary pass protectors. I'm not talking about chipping and getting into routes. I'm talking about primary pass protectors. Now, you don't sign Austin Hooper to be a primary pass protector on third down.
Right.
That's one reason why they had tight ends a year ago who didn't really have catches, and everybody said, "Oh, the tight ends are bad." But I think you're going to see a change. I think bringing in Tim Kelly is going to change that. So, Hooper is a real solid tight end. Not really an explosive athlete, but very good in the short to intermediate area. You can scheme him on maybe a vertical throw here and there, a throwback wheel route, things of that nature. Whereas Chig, is that what we're calling him?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's Okonkwo.
That's probably a good idea.
Yeah.
That's probably a good idea. Yeah. He's much more of a smooth, fluid athlete, and he's got the movement traits to work all three levels of the defense, which, by the way, he wasn't asked to do very much in Maryland, but he can do that. I mean, he's got the route and play speed to be a seam stretcher. He can run vertical routes. They're different kinds of players. I think that Chig can split out more than Hooper can and be more of a factor. The thing about Chig is he's really only 6'2". He's not big.
Right.
He's almost built like a big wideout as opposed to a tight end. So you're probably not going to see him in line doing a lot of blocking when it's the run game with Derrick, but I think that he can be a factor as a receiver.
So Austin Hooper, he actually even talked about about his own versatility this week during camp. But, when he was in Atlanta, he was used more often in that receiving role, but then totally different in Cleveland. Did you saw the differences? And
Yes,
what do you think he's
Cleveland-
stronger at? Or can you
Cleveland was more of playing multiple tight ends and a run game, as you know. They have a terrific run game.
Yeah.
No, I think he can. Look, he split out when he was in Atlanta, no question. I wouldn't put him in the category of the Darren Wallers or the Travis Kelce's or even the Dallas Goederts when you talk about athletic tight ends, but he's capable of that. I just don't think he can do that on a consistent, regular basis, but you can create that for him. But he's a good player, and he obviously can block because he did that in Cleveland. So he's really the multi-dimensional tight end that they were looking for. Because the thing you don't want to get stuck with, and you don't want to get stuck. And even though he did a great job, and he is here's Jeff Swain, that means we're going to run the ball.
Right.
You don't want to get stuck with that in your offense where you become predictable through the use of your personnel.
Yep.
Greg, kind of off topic, but I'm curious. There's a quarterback battle obviously going on in Carolina. Who is the better quarterback, do you think, at this point? Sam Darnold or Baker Mayfield?
I think Baker's better, and I think he'll win the job. I think Baker's pretty good, actually. I mean, that's a relative term. Obviously, I'm not suggesting he's a top 5 quarterback in the league. I don't know enough about Baker, let's say his work habits and those kinds of things. I've talked to coaches who like Baker, and they think – the thing about Baker, when you talk to coaches who've coached him and been around him, is they all say he throws the ball really, really well. So again, I don't know about his learning ability. I don't know about his work ethic, but I think Baker Mayfield is a better quarterback than Sam Darnold, and I think he'll win the job.
Going back to tonight's game, I remember you during film evaluation of prospective NFL players that you liked Matthew Butler out of Tennessee.
Yeah, I did.
He's one of the guys that I'm anxious to see in an NFL uniform tonight.
Yeah, I liked Butler. I thought that he was really, really good as an inside, defensive lineman. Really physical. See, there was a guy to me that had both strength and power. And the best way to describe power is strength in motion. There's a lot of guys that can be strong in one place, like can hold their spot, but then you have to move people. And I thought that Butler was both strong and stout, but also powerful in that he could move people. And I thought there was something there as a pass rusher. It's not there yet. Like if all goes well for him and he makes the team, he's not going to play in sub packages early in his career, but I think there's something there. I think he can win versus half a man, which is ultimately what you look for a lot with interior pass rushers.
Love that.
Love it. Good stuff, Greg. Always appreciate the visit. And, we'll go through Tannehill third down dropbacks next week.
Yeah, no, you'll be surprised at what the tape showed, or maybe you won't be, but it's pretty evident. We'll discuss that next week.
Perfect. Thank you, Greg. Appreciate it.
Appreciate it, Greg.
All right, Greg Cosell, at Greg Cosell on Twitter, must follow.
No question. Got to.
And he and the guys at ESPN will get rolling soon. Again, Hall of Fame game coming up tonight. Is Trayvon Walker going to play? I hope so. I would love to see the first-round pick, the overall number 1 pick from Georgia tonight. Raiders and Jags, and you can catch the game right here on 104.5 The Zone. Some other NFL news. There is a guy in New Orleans that can't get through practice. I'll tell you about that next on 104.5 The Zone.
Jason Martin and Ramon Foster.
You make such great stuff for the fans to call in about the banter, the comedy. I mean, you guys, from top to bottom, every show, you're all aces. And I just want to take a minute of my day to say I appreciate what you guys do. And I love the show, and I hope you guys just keep it rocking for years to come.
J. Martin Ramon, tomorrow from 6 to 10 on 104.5 The Zone.
I hear that beat, and I picture Dawn with her little stomp thing going. And she's actually doing it now. And that's what she'll do when you go to Gupton Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram and you get that next new vehicle. You're going to stomp out of that place. Stomp walk out of that place. And you'll be glad that you went to Gupton. I've bought multiple vehicles from these guys. I'm telling you, you need to check them out. So if you're out looking for that next new vehicle, if you're in the process and you're going dealership to dealership, certainly include these guys. They are awesome people. 3450 Tom Austin Highway in beautiful Springfield, Tennessee, about 30 minutes from downtown Nashville. 24 west to exit 35. It's about 9 miles from that split, the 2465 split, and then head on over to Springfield, and you will be ready to roll. No pressure at all from these guys. They simply want one thing: you in the vehicle that's right for you. That's what will happen when you go see my friends at Gupton. Take your test drive, go inside. They will help make the numbers work, and it will be that easy. Check them out online, GuptonMotors.com. The entire inventory is there. All the dealership information is there as well. Again, that's GuptonMotors.com. That's Gupton Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram.
When the relief valve on your water heater fails, pouring gallons of water into your basement, or an electrical shortage in your office causes extensive smoke and water damage, you need a lot more than just help cleaning up. Call 800 Surf Pro and your official Surf Pro of downtown Nashville operators. Franchises are independently owned and operated.
Genesis Diamonds is opening up the vault with our largest GIA Diamond event ever. Starting Saturday for a limited time, all our GIA Diamond engagement rings will be marked down 20%.
That's 20% below Genesis' already unbeatable price. This means you can buy like a dealer buys with deep discounts on over $10 million in stunning diamond rings.
These remarkable savings are on every GIA Diamond engagement ring, from a half carat to 20 carats. All shapes too. Rounds, princess cuts, cushion cuts, emerald cuts, ovals, pear shapes.
Remember, all Genesis diamonds are hand-picked, come straight from the diamond cutters, and are graded by the GIA, the most prestigious gem lab in the world.
At Genesis, our everyday prices are unbeatable. But for this event, we're taking value to a whole new level with an additional 20% savings.
Don't miss this chance to save like never before on that exquisite diamond ring. Buy like a dealer buys.
Starting
3HL 104.5 The Zone. Fights in camp, man. We were talking about that with Albert Hainsworth not too long ago. I almost felt like Big Al would be like, hey, man, it's hot out here. I'm going in. Let's start a fight.
I'm going to start a fight so I can get a little 20-minute timeout.
Or just going in.
Because Fishbone, he'd be like, all right, go. Get out of here. But it's
Get
funny,
out of my camp.
I think coaches back in the day used to like it a little bit. They wouldn't say it, but they would like it.
Well, because it shows, like,
yeah, you want to
check.
Yeah, you want to know the temperature of your team.
Yeah,
it's like
you got some fighting.
Yeah, but now they don't.
They don't like it?
No, they all talk about like wasted reps and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like we ain't got time for this. What are we doing? It's wasted energy, wasted reps.
Well, is that because of the NFL has limited, or the NFLPA has limited kind of your time together nowadays?
That makes sense, but guess what? That doesn't change. That don't change the heat.
True.
If they don't
heat
cut
will bring it out, won't it?
Man, cut the time down, cut the heat down a little bit too, and we can get some things done out here.
Practice at 4 a.m.
Well, and today was one of those days that like get you because you walk outside, it's a little overcast. You're like, oh, it's not too bad today. The temperature says like 87 instead of 94, and then you start doing anything outside, and you're like, this humidity makes it awful.
It's aggravating.
And hard to breathe and all of those things. So
aggravating heat.
It's annoying.
Just breathe.
It's annoying.
It's like when you go to the beach. Robert shakes his head at me all the. I need to keep a scoreboard on your whiteboard of how many times he shakes his head at me.
I got to go to. I have a marker by tomorrow. But like, when football season starts, I'm having a marker for.
Like I throw things that y'all don't even notice. Like yesterday, she was talking about getting cheese eggs at Waffle House, and I'm like, cheese eggs and Welch is great. Big Papa.
Mm-hmm.
Robert just shakes his head at me, but we just keep going.
I didn't catch that either.
Yeah,
I did catch that, but I just didn't. I didn't make the correlation.
It's a head shake of acknowledgement. I appreciate the musical knowledge.
Yeah.
Well, I acknowledge this. Saints rookie left tackle Trevor Penning, first-round draft pick. He's ready to go.
I've been watching him.
He's ready to go. And this might be one of those where the Saints are like, like Dennis Allen's like, you can't do that. It wastes rep. But in the back of his head, he's like, hey, man, I like to fight this guy.
You know what?
He ain't backing down.
So I'm going to go to the other side of that.
He's ready to go.
I'm going to go to the other side of that.
You're going to go to the other side?
Yeah, I'm going to be like, that right there is just a tiny too much.
All right, so for those that don't know, Trevor Penning and Malcolm Roach, defensive tackle, got kicked out of practice after getting into it with each other. At least 10 players were involved.
That's beautiful.
In this deal. So, the coaches, I was talking about wasted reps. These coaches are control freaks. They start thinking, like, while this fight's going on, I could have had a rep there. I could have had a rep there. There's like 6 reps we could have had.
Yep.
So Saints coach Dennis Allen said, quote, we don't have time for that, end quote. That's what he said about it. It's the 3rd practice in a row. First-round offensive tackle had an altercation with a defensive teammate. All right, your take.
I just think this guy in particular, he's going a little too far. You know what I'm saying? Like, listen, man, it's one thing to go to run past. We run the sprints to run past the line, run all the way through. It's another thing to run all the way through the line and go touch the bleachers.
The
and
try
then go
hard guy.
Yeah, like come on, man. Like we all in this together.
Like everybody's trying hard, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, and it's ways that like we all got to be on the same page of going hard, and we are there. But if we're going 10, we don't have no need for you to do 12, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's okay to do 10. Like, everybody doing 10.
You talking about the running back that takes the running back drill and runs all the way through the end zone?
And that's cool.
Which costs him a rep.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
but he's the try-hard guy.
We understand. You know what I'm saying? You want to do something to stand out. And I think this guy's doing something to try to stand out because he was doing the same thing in college. I think he was pushing guys in the quarterback's knees and stuff like
whoa, Lord.
Come on, like, my man. Just
little buddy.
This actually, and I don't know if I'm wrong for this, but I'm going to ask Savage, this may be a way to get put out of the team quicker. You may not make the team playing around like this. You know what I'm saying? Because one thing we ain't going to do, let us get close to the season and you do that to the wrong person, you get the wrong person hurt. You ain't even got to go back to your locker.
At that time,
take your stuff with you.
Yeah, first-round pick gets a lot of leeway. We saw that with what's his name? I don't even remember his name. Isaiah, what's that dude's name from Georgia?
Wilson.
Yes. Boston Baked Bean. That's what we traded him for.
Panda, big panda.
Panda. Express.
Still don't know why his rapper name's not Big Panda. That's a perfect rapper name.
He's totally missing out.
What was his Baby G Spice?
Gigi Bowser.
Oh, Gigi Bowser.
Bowser.
See, I don't even remember him. But he even went through the season.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. You don't want to get you listen, man. What you think, Babs? You were shaking your head like, you know what I mean? Like, no, you want him to go hard like this.
Kind of.
No, not
No.
not for no vets, Babs. I'm not coming in there in year 4 and you out here after you heard the whistle blow, you still up here wrestling to me. No, come on, man. You just saw that with big fella with Ola. When he did a little extra, whistle blow.
Adaney?
You see Ola had to fire back on him like, come on, dog, what are you doing? Come on, you can't keep on doing it. I understand you want to make the team bad, but this is not the way to make the team.
He's a first-round draft pick. Like he's
exactly.
making a team.
So what are you doing? What are you doing? You own the team. What you doing?
Those guys always talk about how they have to learn how to practice. And I think that's what you're talking about. Like, what's the proper temperature? What's the proper RPM level?
Maybe clearly 3 straight days. Maybe he does need to learn how to practice. But I liken it to
No, he's beyond that stuff.
When you got somebody
The learn how to practice
feisty
thing is like day one. He's way past that.
and pissy and competitive and fiery, I don't want you to crush it. You can't crush it.
That's not crushing it. It's just get to the next rep.
You cannot harness it. It cannot be harnessed.
You have to.
Look at this. I look at baby Babs, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, she's kind of a jerk right now.
Okay.
But there's the happy medium.
Mama could say that,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Like, what if we said that?
Yeah, ain't no way.
No, I'd be like, I know, you're right. There's the happy medium.
She's not a jerk to us.
No, she's not. Just to her mama. There's the happy
That's
medium.
that whole mother. Sorry, that's that whole mother-daughter thing.
I know,
It'll
but
get worse before it gets better.
But she has a really strong personality.
Yeah,
like,
it'll get
really,
better.
really strong.
Like when she gets married, and like has a kid.
Oh, jeez. No, it won't. I'm still a pain in the butt for my dad. But that's what I'm saying. Like you want that strong personality to blossom. You want to fuel that. But then what's the line? Same thing with the player. You want to fuel that competitiveness and that just like go, go, go.
Gadget.
You want to fuel that. But where's the line? You don't want to squash it. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yes, I do. And if we were saying like for a person walking into a situation that they've never been into before, that's different than a person that's in a situation you've been in this line of work for years and you know exactly what's expected. It is a huge difference from professional to college, but at the same time, you know when you're going too far. Like you know it. Like you can feel it. Your peripheral, you can pick it up. You can pick up the energy. Like when a person is doing a little too much, they feel it.
So the defensive players are feeling it, and
everybody
they're
looking at them
off.
like
they're pissed off.
Come
like,
on, dog.
Man, stop.
Come on,
Just
man.
Stop.
Like what we doing?
I know what we're doing. We're taking a break. We got the 5 o'clock hour. We're 2 hours in. Fast.
Those defenders hate him.
They do. We'll be right back.
What's happening? Yes, indeed. 2430 Gallatin Pike North is the location. MusicCityAutoplex.com. That's how you can reach them on your handheld device. You ain't got to go nowhere. You can do this right there from your butt, sitting down, rear end. It don't matter. Just put a phone in your hands, not your feet, or a laptop on your lap. Type in MusicCityAutoplex.com. Going to take you right there to the dealership, man, where it has nothing but commitment, man. And they are committed to you supporting their own customers. When you love that, when you love to walk in any dealership and they have a car, a car extravaganza going on the parking lot. You can't do that, though. You can only do that at Music City Autoplex because they're full of late model pre-owned vehicles. And one thing for sure, they offer great prices and incredible financing options. So it's only one more reason, and that reason is, you want to get a good car? Go to the Uncommon dealership, Music City Autoplex. Go get your car.
It's 5 o'clock. Good afternoon from the Superbook.com sports desk. I'm Robert Walsh. The Titans are back on the practice field today, but they were missing a few familiar faces as Elijah Molden, Bud Dupree, Jeffrey Simmons, Taylor Lewan, and Danico Autry were not present for team stretches. Elijah missed his fourth practice in as many days. And football is back for the first time in the 2022 season. The Raiders and the Jags will play in the Hall of Fame game tonight, but are resting multiple starters such as Trevor Lawrence and Travis Etienne. Kickoff is at 7 p.m. from Canton. For all your foundation repair and waterproofing needs, visit USSTN.com. Breaking news at once on your home for the Titans and the Vols. It's 104.5 The Zone.
Three HL 104.5 The Zone. What up, Nashville? Hope you're having a great Thursday. The weekend is here. Jake and Brentwood told us to have a nice weekend on Tuesday. He was ready. I wonder what he's up to today.
It's still celebrating
Hey,
the
it's
weekend.
the weekend.
Yeah, it's
Weekend for Jake and Brentwood.
Jake having a good time.
Might as well. 3HL Happy Hour Reset presented by Kickstand Cocktails, Real Spirits, Crushable Spice. Try some and let us know what you think at 3HL 1045 on Twitter. You can watch the show live, Zone TV, Twitter, Facebook Live, YouTube, and Twitch coming up at 5.
Twitch, please.
15. Yeah, we're going to break early because we got to get Aaron Brewer in here.
Yes, and I think, they have practice or walkthrough or camp stuff at some point. So he is on a limited schedule with us.
Right, he's going to have enough time to get in the boom boom room, you know what I'm saying?
Better believe it.
He is Ron Slay.
Hey, I'm in the building.
I like it.
I'm in the building.
Beat him.
Best believe
Kind of like the original.
I'm in the building.
I ain't got no rules.
Time for the
Show.
I do like that beat right there.
Best believe I'm in the building.
What Ice Cube say? I know you're bobbing your head.
Yeah, because I can see it.
Dawn Davenport was on assignment last week, and she came back really tan, and her hair is really blonde.
Yes, that happens over the summer.
And she's wearing a sticker that says, I voted.
I voted today.
Good job, Babs.
Did y'all go vote?
She sent a text, and I said, no, I'm trying to think of questions for Greg Cosell.
I know. I'm like, see, this is what's wrong with our country. More worried about Greg Cosell questions than voting.
Hey, man, it's a primary.
It's important. It's important. What did I send you boys? I said, did you boys go vote yet? Let me know if you have any questions about any of the candidates. I have researched them all. I will tell you what's going on.
I'm waiting for you to run for office, and I can't tell if I'll vote for you or not. That's
No,
where I am.
I can't wait to vote.
See, I'm trying to start you guys at getting used to voting so you can vote for me.
Yeah. Have you
Whenever
decided
I go
what
for school board.
Is that what you're going for?
I think so. Although I really do like my guy who is on the current school board in our district. It's some of the other districts that are not okay. Maybe I need to move to a different district.
That'd be fun. Why did you move, school board guy?
Yeah. Had to vote against this
Listen,
club.
I do know people that are really passionate about that thing and will move because of that type of stuff. So, yeah, in all seriousness, it is very important. So,
yes.
Do your due diligence.
And do your research. Don't just be like, oh, this person's name is cooler than the other person's.
I was thinking of, we need to.
Just on the cool.
I was thinking about how we really need to get a Dawn Davenport soliloquy back in the mix, but you're going to be out tomorrow, so I may get the staff. We have this enormous staff that works on all of our creatives.
Yeah.
Huge. Yeah, they were going to get together tonight over drinks, which usually turns into like breakfast at Waffle House. I don't know how many of them get
with
actual
no
waffles.
Did
Yeah,
you see them tweet today? Waffle House did. They said if you don't get a waffle, you're wrong. And
No,
I thought
they
it
did
was-
not.
Yeah, they did.
You're
I'll send
lying.
it to you one
They
second.
listen to
Matrix.
it.
Matrix.
I'm about to go look at it.
In the meantime, her name is Dawn Davenport.
Babsy!
No waffles at Waffle House.
What?
No waffles at Waffle House.
Definitely Waffle at Waffle House.
If you missed any of our conversations, the podcast is available at 1045thezone.com or where you get your podcast. Rate, review, subscribe to 3HL. Big Savagery, Ramon Foster dug in deep in the weeds, man.
Yes, he did.
With this whole NFLPA thing and how it works with when the NFL makes decisions and things like that. And he attacked it from a big picture level, kind of bigger than whatever this Deshaun Watson thing is. So really interesting stuff there. Also, Greg Cosell flat out broke it down. And I sent Greg a message that said, because I knew you were going to bring it up, but I was just kind of letting him know. And not that he needs it, but I said, does Kyle Phillips compare with Kadarius Toney? And he wrote back, no.
Yeah.
Did you tell Slade before you asked that?
Nope. Just let me go on out there. Just let me go on right on out there.
Sometimes when
That's why we have Cosell on, though.
Sometimes when people want to see the guy jump off the high dive,
just let him go anyway.
Let him go, even if the water level's down a little bit, like the General Jackson.
But see, I knew.
See, here's the thing with Cosell, too. He wouldn't answer back like, well, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah,
It's no. That's it.
Yeah, ain't
There's
nothing else to talk
nothing
about.
left.
Yeah.
His answer is no.
To be fair to me, and I guess it's a little less funny when I tell the whole story, but I got the answer no while you were asking the question. So then I wrote back LOL to him, and I could hear it ding in my headphones when he got the text message.
I saw you when you pointed it.
Yeah, so to be fair.
But I wanted to get away from Cooper Kupp, though, like, because automatically when you think that, like, you think production.
And I feel like everybody pulls his name.
And everybody
like,
keeps saying
he's
that,
like Cooper.
yeah.
He's like Cooper. Oh, he's like. Why? Because you can utilize him as a player like
Right.
Cooper? Like, yeah.
He also broke down Austin Hooper and Chig, the tight ends. Deontay Johnson, Steelers wide receiver, and whether or not preseason game film is helpful to him. So check out the podcast there. And we've also got Aaron Brewer, Titans offensive guard, who has apparently already won this job. It's his to lose, is what everybody is saying at left guard. So we'll ask him if size is an issue, because that's what everybody's talking about.
That is.
And he'll hit the boom boom room. So that's coming up. Also, the Nolensville kids, now Team Tennessee, 12U, trying to work their way into the Little League World Series. They are up 9-0. They're in a weather delay, last I saw, over Team Alabama. And Slade loves it because Team Alabama looks like Alabama. They're wearing Alabama gear.
Yeah. So when they get spanked, they're getting spanked by a Tennessee team.
Well, Vandy, basically.
No, a Tennessee team.
Boy, they look like Vandy.
They
rode down a Vandy bus. How about Vanderbilt letting those kids have that bus to go down to Warner Robins, Georgia?
Oh, that was real.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
That's what's up.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's
so
pretty
one of the
cool.
assistant coaches is Mark Carter, who's actually my kid's travel ball baseball coach.
Okay.
And he is a associate AD over at Vanderbilt. So Mark getting some stuff done. You'll
There's
see
some
him coaching
transportation.
first base from time to time. And then 3 of those kids are on my son's travel team. So we're rooting hard for them. And looking forward to it. What else is out there? Hollywood Brown was arrested and charged with criminal speeding. Did you guys see this? 126 miles per hour in a 65.
Goodness.
He's getting it.
He doubled it.
At 7 o'clock in the morning.
Late.
Is that what it was?
Yep. I can guarantee it. I guarantee he was late.
Maybe he's looking for a Waffle House.
No.
He was late to
Late.
some football
He was
facility.
late. He was late. At 7 in the morning?
7:06.
You late.
Oh, he's supposed to be there at
7, yeah. Probably 6:50. You late.
That's what I tell my kids. Be there 15 minutes early.
So it's either their speed there, get there, or going to get pulled over. That way you got an excuse. Man, pull me over, man. Just have me sitting there.
I was scared as hell. Criminal speeding, I looked it up, is 20 in Arizona, is 20 miles per hour over the speed limit. You guys ever drive 20 over?
I think it's 15 here, ain't it?
Is it 15 here?
I think.
I think Georgia's 25, but I got one of those coming. Yeah. It was the interstate.
These are slaying on
it's the
shot
interstate.
faces.
But it's the interstate. Like everybody does it. Right? I had just worked a Clemson game. I was driving
25
back
over.
to Atlanta.
So you were
to see
going
my parents.
like 95 miles an hour.
Probably.
Allegedly.
I'm not sure if his radar was calibrated properly. But
Yeah, that's what he tried to jump out and say.
I checked just to make sure.
I'm
sure
not
that
drive
thing's
fast guy,
calibrated.
but like I know people like to go sometimes.
I think
Like,
I pick times.
See,
I don't think you can use. You don't need to use up all your times.
yeah, I know you're probably right. My whole thing is I'm like, Let's go. I got this to do. I got this to do. I got this. We have this. I need this. I need this. Let's go.
I know my buddy Billy McCurdy was driving me and him, and we were going to our first concert ever, and we were going to see MC Hammer at Starwood.
Mm-hmm.
And we were driving his mom's Toyota Corolla. And my buddy Billy is 6'5", 300 in a Corolla.
Big boy.
In a small car.
Yeah.
And he was going up over 100 miles an hour. Sorry, Mom. He was going up over 100 miles an hour. Kids don't do this at home.
Scary.
Yeah.
It was. That car was shaking, dude. I thought it was going to come apart.
Yeah.
And he was going so fast, we went right past never saw Old Hickory Boulevard. Ended up in Murfreesboro.
That was real. Let's get into it.
So we turned around in Murfreesboro and then
Can't loop back around.
Like, how did we miss it?
So what? How fast was he going?
Over 100 in a Corolla. That's hard to do, man.
No. Sorry. Hollywood.
126.
126.
I wanted to know what kind of vehicle it was, but it didn't say.
Some foreign.
Yep.
I don't know if that's. I don't know if that's late, Slay.
7 o'clock.
7:06 in the morning, something like that. I think was his.
Why not?
He was going 126 miles per hour.
Mm-hmm. In a 65.
Okay.
In Phoenix.
There's no excuse for that.
Cop was sitting under the underpass, which is where they sit. He needed to have his Waze app on. That'll tell you where the cops are.
Yeah, probably wouldn't be able to slow down quick enough.
He needs to not go 126 miles per hour.
He was seeing white, like in the Millennium Falcon.
Probably would have got him at 86.
Yeah, he probably slowed down to get to 126. Yep. Going like 140.
Yikes. See, that's
That's
just
rolling.
dangerous. Like, we joke about me driving fast, but that's just dumb.
All right, Titans offensive guard Aaron Brewer is coming up next. Downtown Nashville goes 126 miles an hour constantly, and that's where Shafe is right now. Shafe, the Woo Girls, Indy drivers, and I don't know what else, like funnels and keg stands.
Well, I mean, we just call that a summer weekend here in Nashville, don't we, with that combination of fools. Hey, your guy that was 6'5", 300 pounds, he was not in the Corolla. The Corolla was around him. That was fat guy, little car. Let's be honest about that. Fast cars, 126 mile an hour. They're going to be going even faster than that here, the second annual Music City Grand Prix this weekend. And really the festivities are kicking off tonight. In fact, they've already started with the second annual Mini Grand Prix. That's children between the ages of 4 and 5, also a 6 and 7 class, 8 and 9 class. They're in mini Indy pedal carts, and calling the action is Tony Kanaan, former Indy 500 winner and IndyCar champion. So that's fun, just happening a few streets down from where we're at in front of Margaritaville, 4th and Broad here in downtown Nashville. Now, following the kiddies, we'll be having a great competition, the $10,000 Pit Stop Challenge. 6 of the top teams in IndyCar, they're going to be competing for $10 grand in this challenge. Get those tires changed, that car fueled up, and do it in the shortest amount of time as possible. And then once that is finished up, even more entertainment from Robbie Gordon's Stadium Super Trucks. They'll be putting on an exhibition. That'll be a preview to the Super Trucks racing that'll be going on this weekend. It's not just the Music City Grand Prix race. That's this Sunday, racing all weekend long. Also, concerts with the Grand Ole Opry Show will be down here. Tim McGraw will be in concert as well. Of course, Big Machine, a big part of this, and already a great crowd here in downtown Nashville. If you want tickets for any of these festivities, the ones going on right now and tonight, that's free if you want to head down. But for the other festivities, you want tickets, musiccitygp.com/tickets. That's musiccitygp.com/tickets.
I want to tell you about a new restaurant in Franklin, and you guys need to check this out. Went and had lunch the other day, and I say lunch at Gina's Pizzeria. Actually, I didn't have lunch. I tasted a lot of the things on the menu because I wanted to be able to tell you guys how good everything is. There is new ownership, Steve and Diane Bledsoe. I've known the Bledsoes for a long, long time, and if you're in the Franklin area, maybe you've known them as well, but they are the people that run Gina's Pizzeria now, and they are awesome, awesome people. So local business, open for lunch and dinner Tuesday through Saturday, open on Sunday 12 to 6 as well. Perfect for youth sports days. They're over there on Columbia Pike in Franklin near the soccer fields and the flag football fields. So if you're running around over there, you've got youth sports jerseys on your kids, go into Gina's, you'll get 10% off. Also, as you think about football season, they cater. So perfect option for fall tailgates with Gina's Pizzeria. You've got to try the Italian beef sandwich. That's the first thing I tried when I went to have lunch over there. Perfect for lunch. It is phenomenal. And I want you to try it and then tell me how much you love it. The specialty pizzas are phenomenal. Nona's Chicken, which is grilled chicken balsamic, really, really good. Joe's Lasagna Pizza, award-winning wings. They've got everything. They make their sauces in-house. This is Gina's Pizzeria. Gina'sStonefiredItalian.com is the website. Gina'sStonefiredItalian.com. 3046 Columbia Avenue, which is in the Target Shopping Center in Franklin. Parkway Commons is what it's called. Go try Gina's Pizzeria and let me know what you think. HL 1045 The Zone. Watch the show live on Zone TV, Twitter, Facebook Live, YouTube, Twitch.
Twitch, please.
Kirsten on YouTube. Haven't listened in a while. Joe Hunt gone? He's on assignment. Robert filling in. He'll be back on Monday. John L said, I saw MC Hammer at Starwood in Oaktown 357. 357, get loose. That was the same show. All right, let's go to the hotline. I believe that we have an OG there. Titans OG. Aaron Brewer joins us now. What's up, Aaron? How are you, man?
What's going on, man? I'm doing good. How you doing?
We're good. Are you tired of hearing that, you're not the largest human?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yes, I'm exhausted.
Do you walk around what can I say to these people to get them to quit asking me about my size?
Literally, that's my exact thoughts. I don't know what I can say. I gotta keep proving it every day.
I love it. My first thought when Dawn said that you were coming on the show, my first thought was having to go against Big Jeff in practice. Number one, how challenging is that? And number two, how much better does that make you as a football player?
That third makes me a lot better. Because, Big Jeff, he one of the top interior defensive linemen in the league.
Yeah.
He's strong, quick. He's a great player. And I just love going against him every day because, it don't really get too much better. It's a few better than him, but it's not too much better than him.
Well, he's working. He's working to get past those few that are better than him.
He probably, he's for sure in the top.
Yeah, thanks.
So I've got to ask you, my man Slay over here, who's going to put you in this thing called the boom boom room here in a second. Don't be scared. It'll be all right. He went to practice the other day.
I don't think Aaron Brewer's scared of anything. I'm just saying. I've watched him play. I've watched him practice.
Yeah.
Just saying.
So Slay went to practice the other day. He saw Derrick Henry up close and personal for the first time and came away just in awe of this guy.
Starstruck.
Yeah.
The first time you saw Derrick Henry, you thought what?
I had thought, I'm not even going to lie, I seen him, Bro, this dude is huge, but his legs are little as hell. He got like a receiver leg.
Yeah.
His upper body is huge.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's exactly what's like.
So I tried to tell him, dog. You know what I mean? I said the same thing. Same exact thing. Hey, straight up.
Dude, I just ran around the studio, threw my headphones. I think I punched Coach Mack. I don't know what happened. That was an awesome answer.
All right, Aaron, so just a little ball talk here before we let Slay put you in the boom boom room. Obviously, big question marks along that offensive line coming into this season. What is the talk as you guys look to replace two guys that are gone and you being a piece of that?
The talk right now is just coming in with this camp right now, just coming in every day and finding someone to fill in that role, competing every day and trying to get a secure spot in that spot.
That's beautiful.
It's really not, that's all it is to it. We're just trying to find a piece for it, and everyone in the room is competing to find that.
Titans OG Aaron Brewer.
Hey, B, it's time to do it, man. Let's go in the boom boom room, man. Are you with going in the boom boom room? The door's locked behind you. The only way you can get out is if you answer everything truthfully to the best of your ability. Do you agree to this?
All right, let's do it.
Let's go! Lock the door!
Can I say his laugh's the best?
You like that?
It's funny.
All right, here we go, man. The Boom Boom Room brought to you by Low T Center. Let's jump straight to it, man. Hey, B, man, you got to step out on the town, man. You got your Dallas vibes going on. What shoes you picking to go out in that night, man? You know what I mean? You got to get just fresh. What shoes you gonna grab to roll with?
What shoes I'm grabbing? I'll probably grab my Concord 11s.
Oh, yeah, see,
the 11 them Jordans.
Yeah. You going with the all blacks? You going with the black patent leather with the white on them? You going all red? What you going with?
I'm not gonna lie, the Bread 11 is my go-to. Them the all black with the red and white.
Yup. All right. Now give me something, man. We're going out on the town, man, in Dallas, man. And after we get up, we done had a good time, man. You know, I got a little slight hangover. You cool because you've been managing me. You know what I mean? But I got a little slight hangover, man. I got to get some grub, man. Where you gonna take me to get something to eat? You taking me to the crib, or you taking me to get something to eat somewhere else? It's late night.
Late night. Oh, we going to Fuel City.
Man, what I need to go on to go grab?
Tacos.
The top. Which one I need to get though?
Burrito, quesadilla, taco. I'm a beef fajita.
Okay, beef fajita.
Corn tortillas.
See, that's gonna get the D-Town boogie all off of me. Now let me ask you this, man. One thing I need to know, man. Let's get down to the nitty gritty. Everybody got dog in them. I went undrafted. My brother went undrafted, played for the Steelers 11 years. You've been in the league. You went undrafted. You done been questioned at every level, but you here. And somehow you keep remaining here. How and where did that dog from you come at?
Where did the dog come from?
Yeah.
Honestly, that dog been in me, but just coming to the higher level, I just kept the same mindset from when I went to my freshman year of college that we all human. Ain't none of us got superpowers. We all put on our shoes, shirt, clothes, and everything the same way. Get out the bed the same way, wake up the same way. So after that, it's just all when you get on that field, who's going to compete and give it their all.
First touchdown for D. Henry this year. Can we get a D-Town boogie backflip in the end zone from you?
You want a D-Town boogie backflip? You want to see the backflip?
And the D-Town.
Hey, I see what I can do for you.
Man, you made it out to the Boom Boom Room, AB. Appreciate you, my brother.
Ain't no problem. Appreciate y'all.
Let him out.
And while we let him out, let's let him out. He's got to go to meetings.
Practice.
Appreciate you, baby.
Important stuff.
Yep.
Thanks, Aaron Brewer.
Well. Looks like you did good in the Boom Boom Room.
Listen, man, I ain't doubting that guy.
No, not at all.
I'm done. 5 minutes. That's all I needed.
Yeah, that it is. That is. We're just going to slide in, slide out, just like that. You know what I mean?
How honest was he, too? Derrick Henry, huge. He got them little legs.
I'm telling you, man. And that's the thing with him. You don't like
that was so funny.
When you meet him and when he's running, you don't get to make it past the waist. So if you get to stay around long enough, you look down and be like, dang, man, dude, legs little. But look at the upper half. Like it's different up there. Different upstairs. Down in the basement, legs get little. But guess what? You don't want to be in front of him.
He's like one of those puppets that sits on the thing and he's got the little legs hanging, but he's bigger up top.
Like what Babs used to use. Ventriloquist.
Yes. As a matter of fact, that's actually what it looks like.
Maybe we figured out Derrick Henry.
Oh, man. I know, but there's so much strength in those little legs. It's unbelievable.
But that's why that's why everybody says you got to hit him low.
Yeah.
But the thing is, those knees are coming up, baby.
They sure are. And them arms are coming down. The stiff
arm.
arm.
Yeah.
And you just don't want to take that hit.
Kevin Byard is going down in history.
Is it?
Yeah, so they had this little special thing going on over at the facility after practice today that nobody knew about, except for the Titans and Middle Tennessee.
And Coach Stock.
What could this have been? If his university is involved, I only got a couple guesses.
Well, the first person to speak was Middle Tennessee State University President Sidney McPhee, and he said this.
I am happy as the university president to announce that your MTSU number 20 will become the second number to be retired in the history of the university. And actually, it is only the sixth in the 111 years history of our athletic department.
Wow.
So on Friday, September 30th, we want to welcome you back home for our game against the University of Texas San Antonio, when we will properly celebrate this incredible honor and unveil your retired number at Floyd Stadium. So congratulations. And I want you to know that we all are very, very proud of you. I appreciate it. You represent us well, and you represent the state well. I really appreciate it. Congratulations. Thank you.
How about that? Kevin Byard. Or as some call him Byard.
Yeah, I hate when they say that. Byard. Come on, man. Ain't no hyphen in there or nothing. What y'all doing? Separating it. The Byard.
Man.
That's pretty cool.
That's dope.
It's
That's
so
dope.
cool. And to think about like his journey, not invited to the combine.
Mm-hmm.
And for J-Rob and them to scout him.
Yeah.
Go third round with him.
That's what's up.
And then he turns into the best safety in the NFL.
That's pretty cool. I wonder,
by the way, Teddy Morris is the other. He mentioned he's the second player to have their jersey retired. Quarterback Teddy Morris back in the 1960s wore number 14.
So retired. 6 overall on the whole athletic. That's crazy. We had somebody on this jersey that's retired up there too. AC. But I wonder if when this
Lisa Clark.
Yeah, when you go about retiring a number, is it for what they did at the university or is it what they do after or what? I wonder how that goes. I've always wondered that.
That's a great
I feel like
that's a hell of an accomplishment.
It can be either or both. Right?
Yeah.
I mean, I think for him, what he's been able to do in the NFL plays into it.
Yeah. And I think I think it's dope, you know what I mean, that you acknowledge the person that way. But I also think it's dope when you acknowledge a person for what they done for their university as well. I think that's pretty serious. Like Kevin Byard, man, dude, he done did some special things not only at the university, but in the NFL, but in the community more so than nothing. You know what I mean? Because it's easily you can get caught up in your life, especially when you got kids. But to come back early and spend time in the community, that's big time, man. I was telling somebody, I forgot who I was talking, a Memphis radio station today. He was asking me what I thought about Penny Hardaway and why would he continue to do what he's doing when he's made $100 million, played in the NBA, this, that, and the other. But it's this when you have that connection with kids, you know what I'm saying, and you can reach back and they can see you, whether it's passing out a water or whether it's going over there, giving them a backpack, whether it's giving them a high five, for them to be able to touch you, man, and you've made it pro. I'm telling you, from a kid that got to see it, there's nothing else needed to light that fire in you to say that I can get there too. You know what I mean? So I want to commend him on that more so than anything. What he's doing in the league is phenomenal. But being able to do that in the league and still tap in, That's special.
Yeah, he goes back all the time too. You talk to people in the athletic department over at Middle, and he doesn't tell them.
With Stock all the time.
Yeah,
like him and Coach Stock text.
But he'll just randomly go to a basketball game
That's
and not
dope,
even tell
man.
him he's coming.
And see, that's it.
Because he
just
doesn't
show up with a ticket.
That's it. Yeah, that's it right there.
I'm like,
That's
you don't
it.
have to do that.
Right. You can just go. Don't you?
They know you.
Yeah, you're all right. Yep, build this. Yeah.
Well, here is Kevin Byard's reaction to the news that his jersey was being retired.
Wasn't prepared for that, but this jersey is fire, love it. What an honor, Honestly, just kind of going back to those days at MTSU. Honestly, going back to those recruiting days when Coach Stock came into that gym and kept it real with me. Obviously, most guys know my story about the whole Kentucky deal and told me, listen, if that school does not come through for you, come play ball for me at MT. And that just always stuck with me. And I always appreciated the mentor, the father role that you've always played in my life. Listen, I've played with a lot of great players at MTSU, a lot of great coaches, and obviously I couldn't have done it on my own. A lot of people I want to be able to thank. I can't think of everybody right now, but all the coaches, players, staff, trainers, people in our Student Enhancement Center that helped me graduate and all those things, man. I'm just honored. Definitely, I'm almost at a loss of words, but I just want to say thank you. I'm so grateful. I know my mother would be very proud of me in this moment right now. And so, like I said, man, just thank you. Thank you, McPhee. Thank you, Massaro. Thank you, everybody. And like I said, man, just a great honor.
You know, wins and losses aside, I was thinking about what he said there about Stock being a father figure to him. Mm-hmm. And, we've been around that guy for a long time. We've known him for a long time on a professional and a personal level. And I've been fortunate enough to get to know him on the coach level, coaching my kid, even though we're new to that. But just the way that he conducts himself and cares about each and every person in that program is something I started thinking about, like how lucky we are to have so many great coaches in this area that understand the responsibility that they have in these kids' lives to help them to develop into the people that they will become.
Mm-hmm.
It's not just football.
No,
and that's a big
right.
thing with Stock. And like I said, he keeps up with Kevin Byard over text. He keeps up with so many of his players over text. I hear from some of them that I covered back when, I was still doing local sports, and they still chat with Stock all the time. Like, it's pretty cool. And I thought that was, like, you just hear you hear how humble Kevin Byard is in that talk, right? He's like, I'm at a loss for words. That was Kevin Byard at a loss for words,
Mm-hmm.
which, is, he's still pretty impressive, but you heard in his voice, like, what that school, that program, that experience, all of that meant to him, what it meant to him to have that jersey retired, because he was completely surprised by it and was still able to easily, talk about what the program means.
Right. Yep.
So
that's dope.
That's pretty cool.
Congrats to Kevin Byard. Well deserved.
Yes.
Byard.
Mayor of Murfreesboro.
Mayor of Murfreesboro.
Mm-hmm.
He can do whatever he wants over there.
Kevin Byard. Yeah, good dude, man. I don't even know him like that, but from everything I see and know from afar.
We spent some time with him. He went to Radio Row the Super Bowl. I forget which year. Do you remember which one that was?
I don't know, but Clark was pregnant, so I think with their first, because I was pregnant too.
Right. And so
yeah.
he was walking around and he was like, oh, my Nashville guys, so we hung out with him as he walked around, and it was kind of cool to see, like, from his vantage point, like what doing Radio Row was, because, players that play for the Titans have talked about how it's kind of hard to get your name out there when you play in Nashville.
Yeah.
Like the smaller market towns and things like that.
I don't think it's like that as much anymore.
No. And Kevin Byard, it took him a second, but he's pretty widely regarded as one of, if not the best safeties in the league. Despite Deion.
Yeah. Prime.
Right. You were talking a lot about Kyle Phillips earlier in the show, and Mike Vrabel had some words to say about Kyle Phillips, then was asked a question, then had more words to say about Kyle Phillips, Titan slot receiver.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that was, the plan is to come out here and, define a role for yourself and, and help develop a team and build a team. So, there was no plan. We'll see where it goes and see how it looks. There was, some things that he did well today, and there's some things, mistakes that he made.
What's he been doing well consistently?
Well, I mean, he's a player that gets open. I think he's an instinctive player. I think to play inside, all those guys have to have some level of instinctiveness. What leverage, if it's man, what leverage is it, where I need to break. There's a lot of timing that's involved with the quarterback. It's hard to go at someone and be ready to throw to them and not be where they're supposed to be. So the timing and the understanding is critical because, the pass rush, it's not all 7-on-7. So, getting open quickly, and then when it's zone, being able to be where you're supposed to be in that zone.
Running with the ones a little bit today. So Kyle Phillips, everybody's going to get some run, but that's good to see. I mean, ultimately, you would love to see Traylon Burks work, Kyle Phillips in the slot, Chig work, and all of it come together. We'll come together for another segment when we come back. 3HL 104.5 The Zone.
Ron Slade, do you like it when people call to trash talk the Vols?
No!
That passion right there, that's the passion I feel for Loan Pronto. Yes, homeowners, home buyers out there, listen up, because Loan Pronto actually has 30-year fixed rates with APRs in the 4s and 15-year loans with APRs that start with a 3. Don't be confused. I know there's a lot of stories out there about interest rates. Media saying they're ridiculous now. Loan Pronto, their rates have plummeted recently, and they're currently refinancing homeowners who locked in a 5 or 6% rate. So give them a call. Go check them out, loanpronto.com. If you have a rate over 5%, or if your lender has you pre-approved or locked in at anything 5% or higher, let Loan Pronto approve you and lock you in. You need to call Loan Pronto now, 615-499-5780. We refinanced, got cash out of our home equity to do a big backyard project that's still going on. 615-499-5780, loanpronto.com. They can help you out if you want to do something like that as well. Loanpronto.com, 499-5780. Equal housing lender, NMLS 1661781, subject to lender approval. After I had baby Babs, I had some health issues. I just did not feel like myself. I wanted an all-natural option to help guide me back to feeling like Babs, right? LT360 checked all of my boxes. And if you're looking for a non-pharmaceutical option They can help you. They can help you a lot of different ways too. I just didn't have the energy. I didn't feel like myself. But maybe you want to reverse or prevent disease. You want to overcome some high cholesterol or work on high blood pressure. You want to fight fatigue, stress, anxiety, obesity, all of those things. LT360 can help you out. They have free seminars often. Go to lt360health.com. Find a free seminar. See what they're all about. LT360's cellular health transformation helps you to live your best life now. If you want to give them a call and just schedule a free consultation, find out what they're all about. It's 615-815-0390. That's LT360 at 615-815-0390. LT360health.com.
HL 1045 The Zone. Brett Doherty, Don Davenport, Ron Slay. Hope you're having a great day. Friday coming up. Friday.
Friday. Party time.
It's Friday. Today's my Friday.
This is true, baby.
I'm going on assignment tomorrow.
I'm going on
Get
assignment.
them in. Yeah. Football season is coming.
Trash Talk Friday, baby.
I'm basically like 3 weeks away from
Time to hit the road.
hitting the road. So, you got to get your girls' trip time in.
Mm-hmm. It's going down.
Is it weird that I can't stand that word Friday?
Wow.
I don't know.
All the time.
It just rubs me the wrong way.
Don't you say that all the time?
It's the
I
anti-Johnny Gill.
always say it. Are you trying to poke me? Are you trying to poke the bear today? It's freaking 5:48. Why are you trying to poke the bear?
I don't like it when you say it, when Slade says it, when Nikki Burnett
That was my
says
first time saying it.
I know. That's probably what sparked me.
You didn't used to hate it.
I did.
I'm like, why are you going over to the Friday side?
Because Babs will be gone. I'm showing some love for
that goes with the anywho thing. Like, say anyhow. Why you got to change it to anywho? Anywho makes no sense.
Just take the W and the H and flip it.
Are there certain words that like get you though? Like sofa. I don't like the word sofa.
No.
Sofa is one of your words. You've said that numerous times.
Yes. What do you call it? What do you call a canned drink?
Coke.
Any kind of can.
Yeah.
So you tell somebody, hey, can you bring me a Coke?
Yeah.
What you say, Babs?
What
can
kind
you bring
of Coke
me a
do you
soda?
want? Mountain Dew.
A pop?
No, that's Midwest. Get that out of here.
Cold
no,
drink.
it's bring me a Coke. What kind? A Dr. Pepper.
Right.
No, bring me a cold drink.
Cold drink works.
That's what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
Pop.
Not pop.
Soda.
Get out here with pop.
Soda.
I got a pop. He's my wife's dad. He's pop.
See a dog.
615-737-1045 at 3HL1045 on Twitter. Yeah, rest in peace, Mr. Witherspoon.
Mm-hmm.
So you gonna bet that game tonight? Raiders by 2.5. You diving in? You're gonna investigate when you get home.
I am investigating.
Try to see if you're gonna do it.
I will do some investigating, but yeah. We'll see.
Over under 30.5. I'd probably stay away from that stuff. Although
I'm going under that.
Yeah, I can't imagine a lot of points, right?
I'm going under. Always a Hall of Fame game.
Yeah,
Let me look at the other scores in the Hall
Didn't
of
that
Fame
field
game.
catch on fire a couple years ago?
They had to cancel the game because the field conditions were so bad. And people get hurt all the time. That's why they don't want to play anybody good. They're like, let all the 4th and 5th and 6th and 7th string guys come out here.
Hall of Fame game.
Zach says, I say cold drink. No pops, no sodas, no sofas.
Couch.
He also says Friday's called Fried Day.
Yeah, I'm most definitely with that. Fridays. 2 hours, 8 minutes, and 30 seconds away from the first game.
Well, the thing about
I
preseason
like it.
football
I
is,
love it.
I think
it stinks, but it's glorious.
No,
at the same time.
Well, yes, it stinks, but it's glorious. But I think also you can kind of define yourself as like whatever on the spectrum of football fan, like 1 to 10.
Yeah.
Like if you're still watching that game in the fourth quarter, you bet on it 100%.
Yeah, without question. And then you're
waiting for that thing to go under 30.5. That's what you're doing.
And that's when.
Is that what it is?
I'm looking at it. I think I may go over. I'm just looking at these past numbers.
Like NFL, like Hall of Fame game scores.
Yeah.
They actually go over in that thing?
Yeah, quite a bit. And I don't like it. Let me let you in on a little secret. 2022 was canceled. 21 was 16-3. 2019, 14-10. But 18, 17-16. 2017, 20-18. Then they went under.
Yeah, but
then they tied 30.
That's a pretty good.
It's kind of like they go 2 for 1.
So where are we then on the list?
Oh, there you go, Euro. See, talk to me. So that's my betting partner right there.
That's why I like baseball. I like
so
the numbers.
12. So under.
By
over.
the way. Under.
Even.
Even.
Under.
Under. So
over. Under.
You sound like Monica and Friends talking
Under.
about something
It's
that's
time for over.
different.
It's time for over. It's time for over.
7.
It's time for over. It's time for over. It's time for over right now. I just gave you the listen, everybody. Y'all want to make sense of this? Y'all are listening to me.
Can you make sense of this?
No.
It's over, Babs.
I know. I'm leaving.
Babs got 1 foot in the airport.
The professors used to get mad at you like, the bail don't release you. I release you.
Yeah, I release you. Yeah, that's right. Yep.
Said, no,
I just released myself.
I released myself.
But I'm telling you, dating back since 2012.
Over.
Wait.
Under. 2013.
Here we go.
She can't even make it when she's leaving. Over. Even. Under. Over, under. Under. It's time for over.
7. Here are the following players. If you know, you know. Here, Robert knows.
I don't know.
Here are the following players. Babs knows if she thinks about it. He sent us the list of Jags players that are out. Travis Etienne, C.J. Beathard, Zay Jones, Laviska Shenault, Marvin Jones Jr., Christian Kirk, Trevor Lawrence, Evan Ingram, Darius Williams, James Robinson, Devin Lloyd, Jamal Agnew, Josh Allen. I mean,
Josh Allen.
Yeah, the linebacker from Kentucky was really good.
Kentucky, yeah.
You know who's not on that list, though?
Get out of here.
Shot out of here.
Who's
Remember
the guy
when you did
wanted
that?
to see?
I used to do that to you all
I
the
know,
time.
exactly.
I don't like the trash can over on the
I
other
love
side
it
of
over
the
there.
room.
She's trying to throw her Gatorade over. It says using his extended reach ability.
Oh!
She got it past him with the shot fake and then off the front rim and missed. Malcolm Brown also out.
Between
Cam
the
Robinson,
legs.
the offensive lineman. What about the Raiders? Are the Raiders like shelving everybody?
The
too?
Raiders are 3-0 and never have lost in this Hall of Fame game.
Raiders minus
3-0.
You like dug in deep.
I'm just
you
telling
are
y'all.
betting on this
I'm just telling y'all. I'm trying to help y'all.
Raiders minus 2.5 and the over 30.5. Is that what we're doing on the parlay?
If you listening. If you're listening.
Thought I just heard a woo girl. Did she get in here somewhere?
I'm just saying.
One day, no lie, Hunk was walking around downstairs. There was nobody in the building except for 3 woo
remember
girls that
that.
managed to get in.
To use the bathroom.
To use the bathroom. No
like,
lie.
how'd they get in? We have since up security, so
Yeah, we are.
I don't
the
know,
gates
dude.
stay closed
They're
now.
kind of like roaches, man. They just show up.
Pop up. Pop up and
You
pop out.
You turn on the black light, they all scatter.
We're
Yes. Happy birthday to
Happy
our
birthday,
boy,
Robert.
Bert.
Bert.
I appreciate
How
that.
old are you, Bert?
I am 29.
All right, Bert.
29.
First of many 29th birthdays for me. I
That's-
will never get any older than that.
That's right.
That's pretty good.
Speaking my language now.
Smart man.
Happy birthday. I'm glad that we got to
Happy
share you on your birthday.
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 I like that. I
Slay was
appreciate
proud of
that.
himself on that one. Look at you. All right. The after party, 3HL after party coming up next Friday edition of 3HL tomorrow.
Are you fried?
We got,
I might as well be.
we got Jason Swain coming on, talk Tennessee football,
Okay.
among others. That'll be tomorrow. Love y'all. Mean it. Late.
See ya.
Oh.